Yes and no, yes and no. Oh, fuck off. Some features are not available. Fuck off. Oh, it says I'm on. There we go. Fucking. This is bollocks. This is fucking utter bollocks. This shit. Oh, that's me. And good evening, welcome to Raconteurs News on this, what is it, Friday after Raconteurs After Dark. It's the 18th of the 12th. We're in the merry month of Christmas now, so everybody can be happy and lively and do what they want. Let's see what happens when I turn that fucker off. No, it makes it all fucking pixely. Unless I get rid of my green screen. There we go. Anyway, good evening to all you who have been waiting in the chat room. To fucking Super Leeds calling me a tosspot. Thanks, mate. Maximizer Dinny Car as well. Dinny saying welcome back. Listen, I just had a did you hear that then? That was the most disgusting fucking thing. Ungratitude that I've ever known. She just come and shut fucking door. Anyway. What? And shutting door after him? That's not letting him out, is it? That's chucking him out. I don't know, women. Good evening to you, Paula, as well. Ridiculous, Weefy Man, Tom Beresford, Maximizer Dinny. Good evening to you all. Listen, I've not been on for a couple of weeks. You know, we've had the stuff with AD. He is getting a lot better. Hang on, let me just turn this, see if I make myself look a little bit better. She's fucking having a go. She's having a go at dog now. Poor dog. Just because he can't make his mind up. Anyway, yeah, so good evening to you people. The update on Aid is doing great, he's fine. He's getting some of his cognitive stuff back. So what we've been doing is sending him messages. So if you want to send him a message, I need to sort some out, don't I? So that I can pass him on. Or I don't want to give his number out or out. But if you want to send him a message, I'll sort some out. So if you want to send him a message just saying, good evening, Ada, you know, hello, Ada, that's all I've been saying to him. And so has my wife. We've just been saying, you know, we're looking forward to you coming out. Looks like he's coming out next week. which is going to mean a couple of people stopping with him for 24 hours, and I've agreed to do that if that's necessary. I don't think he'll fucking want it though. That's the thing, is it's such a honestly such OCD. It's unbelievable. But yeah, he's walking about. He's doing his stuff. He should be at a hospital by next week. I don't think he'll be doing shows in the near future, but fingers crossed he'll be doing shows along with Bex a little bit later. I've got a bit of Dutch courage. You know why you need Dutch courage? Sometimes you just do, don't you? You think to yourself, I need some Dutch courage. Well, I'm having some anyway. I don't care, and I've not been on because I fell over. I fell out of my fucking last week. It was last week. I fell out of my fucking chair. I'm fucking really knackered myself up. Something chronic. Fucking cracked a rib. All these. You were growing dreadlocks, Chase. No, I'm not. No, I'm trying to though. See, I noticed what I noticed today is, you know, my hair down back. That if I'm naked and stood up, it all goes in my bum hole. So you know what I mean. Paul, good evening, Paul. How you doing, mate? I've tried to send some people. Oh, there we go. Sorry, man, can't. Here we go. Tried to send some people. There we go. There we go. Send a few people this fucking link. There you go. There you go. Sent the link to a couple of people, and if you want to jump on, then jump on. But it's been a weird week. I've been earlier on this week. I did go for like a consultation with a private what do you call them? Prosthesiologist or whatever. A prosthesis. It's like it's weird because, you know, I asked him how did he get into it, and he told me all about, you know, how he, you know, he'd been in the army and he'd seen a lot of his friends had been injured, and he really wanted to try and help and be that. And I felt a bit of a well, you know, I mean, I didn't feel I weren't worthy, you know what I mean? But I did, yeah, anyway. But that went well. That were on Monday. I was supposed to do an interview with Unite Planet for their Christmas show, which I completely forgot about. Probably from falling out of my chair. That's probably half the cause of it. It went okay. It went all right. We were okay. We were down there in Burton-on-Trent last. So, oh wow, folks, man, Jesus Christ! I've been talking about raspberry vodka. Just don't do it, man. Don't do it. So I've got Smirnoff tonight. Apparently found a vaccine. Yeah, well, there's been people on TV having vaccines all over the place. I mean, you can say for whatever, what is it that's been injected into them, but you know they're saying it's vaccines, and if they're saying it's vaccines, they don't lie. Mainstream media don't lie at all. They don't tell fibs, do they? Fucking hell. Anyway, listen, I've got next week. I'm starting back up again. Next week, I've got Matt Conspiro coming back on. Now, Matt's done another thing about the Beatles, and I think we will talk a little bit of COVID, but he's going to be coming back on Tuesday. And we're going to be talking COVID. We're going to be talking this new stuff he's been doing about what's his name? Oh, fucking hell. The Beatles. The Beatles. There you go. Webby. One for you. If you want to come on, Webby, jump on, mate. It's always nice to hear what you got to say. Everybody loves you. Yeah, but we've got Matt Conspiro coming back on Tuesday evening. God, look at my hair. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. And you know the back, how long it is at the back? It goes down, and I sometimes get it caught between my arse crack. and it's not, you know, when I'm trying to get up from my chair and I go, oh, and I've got my hair caught in my arse crack. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Yeah, so we got a vaccine. The bloke that got it was called William Shakespeare. Of course he was the first bloke to get it. The first woman to get it, she had it, she's 90 odd or some or other, and this Uniblex just says this guy does the Beatles stuff. Yeah, that's Matt Conspiro. He's coming on Tuesday, so he does a lot of the Beatles stuff. He's just done. I know he's just, if you go on to Conspiro Media and look it up on any given network, any surface end search engine, then you will. You'll be able to find his latest article. We got Bright on. Bright's come on for I don't know, whatever he wants. Good evening, Bright. How are you doing?
Okay, mate.
Can't hear you, mate.
I'm okay, mate.
Oh, there we go.
You're meant to see me. That's why I've got that question.
You all right, Bright?
Yeah. I'm curious.
Hello. Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm speaking.
What's terrible with hair, according to whom? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. It's just that it's sticking out at the back, and I like it all to be cut down. But
take it to side, Jack can hear me.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Come on then. What, Bright? How you doing?
I'm okay, mate. I'm just a little bit curious with somebody. Very.
Okay.
So I'd like to invite her on. Nubian.
Why? Nothing wrong with Nubian.
Oh, that's what we want to find out.
Well, no, we don't want to find out how. We don't need to find out how. We know I spoke to Nubian. Nubian's spoken to a lot of people who go to chat room. Nubian's cool.
Live voice, you mean?
Sorry?
Live voice, do you mean?
Yeah, live voice, yeah. I've heard people talk. I've spoke to Nubian. Nubian spoke to people live voice.
Can you ask her to come on? Because I've got a question for her.
Well, that's up to Nubian. If you want to come on, Nubian, she types. She doesn't speak. There you go.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Nubian. Get it right, Jason, please. Otherwise, I'll fall out with you, Jason.
That scares me immensely.
Does it?
Well, yeah, I've spoke to her.
You haven't, Jason.
I have spoken to her.
You've worded with her.
I haven't worded with her. I've spoken to her just because.
She's put there, no, I don't speak.
Oh, God,
so she's telling you what she does with you.
So she don't speak at all. So she don't. When she
words with you, Jason.
Just a minute, idiot. So when she goes into fucking
I'm no idiot, Jason.
When she goes into Starbucks, she writes down what she wants, does she?
Don't be a dickhead, Jason.
I'm not being a dickhead. I'm saying she doesn't want to come on and be on this show. That's fair enough. People aren't. People are shy. People have got different ideas.
That's the only reason I've come on. So she's sort of like saying no, she doesn't speak. So I'll leave now and let others come on to you.
Fair enough. Yeah. Listen, that's up to you, mate. Listen, all I'm saying to you is I've spoken to her personally. I know other people that have spoken to her personally. So just because she does typing and not talking when there's radio shows on, I mean, we're being watched by 54 people at the moment. A lot of people are intimidated by that.
And there's many others as well listening to you, and they all, many out there think you're the gatekeeper.
Oh, well, I couldn't give a fuck about all that shit.
Hey, Jason.
Gatekeeper, fucking... Call me a gatekeeper, call me a fucking shill, Call me a fucking. You know what? I don't know what the fuck's up with you. I don't know what the fucking hell has happened to you.
Jason,
But you have
wanna know
got a
what's up with me?
serious fucking problem.
Jason, do you want to know what's up with me? I've
Yeah,
got
go on,
water on the brain, and I asked AD a question, and he booted me from his comment section because I asked a question. What
He's
did
in
you make?
hospital at
What
the
did you
moment.
make,
He's had a
Jason?
stroke. He can't answer it.
Jason, no, I'm not talking about recently. Talking about in the past, and I've even
Okay,
proved
so
that.
so he didn't. So he didn't. He didn't answer it. I don't answer a lot of fucking comments.
Exactly what for? Why did you?
The reason why is because I do these shows, right, and then I turn off, and I've got life, and I've got my life. Whereas I'm with my wife, and we're trying to do something that's completely different to all this. I only do this twice a week, and you know what? If I've got fucking people like you on fucking twice a week, I won't last 2 minutes. All you're doing is you're coming on and you're asking. First of all, you've pointed a fucking. You've made an accusation against me.
Yeah.
So what?
The accusation started with you being.
Excuse me. Again, my show, right? Excuse me, but on what evidence are you basing this?
Jason, the accusation started with Nubian. Then I moved on to you. That was just thrown into the mix.
That was just thrown in, so you were just making it up.
No, I didn't make it up at all.
Well, so what makes you think that I'm a fucking gatekeeper or whatever?
Because of the things you do.
What things that I do? Come on. Tell me the things I do.
No. Let others work it out. Let us all work it out.
Well, you've worked it out, and you're bright. Because you're as bright as your fucking number that you've got at the end of your name. So you tell me what makes you able to fucking call me a fucking gatekeeper?
And when somebody pointed it out to me, I stated, I'm glad you said that, because that was my feeling.
Right, okay. Right, I'm putting some more people in.
Good, thanks, Jason.
Right, I'm sorry, mate, but you've brought no fucking evidence at all. You've brought in somebody else, and when somebody else said it, but you've not named that person. So obviously,
what's me query with?
Hey,
Nubian was me query with.
Yeah, but she don't want to talk to you. What is it? Is it? Are you the sort of bloke that starts fucking? What you're gonna do? Is it like the case of where you walk up to her in a nightclub, she won't talk to you, so you fucking rape her when you get outside?
No,
what it is.
Send accusation, Jason.
Hey, Bray, will you shut the fuck up, man? What's wrong with you?
I've just told you, Pray, what was wrong with me. I've got water on the brain, and I'm asking questions about it. Don't call me a dickhead.
No. Right, shut up. Let Denny just say something.
What's your problem, Mr. fucking Bright?
I've been telling you the problem.
You've been fucking telling us fuck all, mate.
Haven't we? I agree, but I disagree with you there. I've been stating it everywhere because they're not listening to nothing I've been wording to. I wanted to question Dr. Adel, didn't I?
What's the fucking question?
But I didn't. I interviewed Dr. Adil.
What question do you want to ask Nubian?
That's out of the equation now. We're talking about.
Why is it? Because you haven't fucking got one, have you, dickhead?
Yeah, but I have got one.
Well, ask the fucking question, you fucking dickhead.
Why am I fucking people fucking? Oh, dear me.
He called me the what? The first station.
Bright, shut the fuck up, will you?
Right?
What's the question, Brett? Right. What's the question?
I'm not going to ask the question because I
Well,
wanted.
why
to
the
come
fuck you come
live.
on? You want to?
I wanted to come on live so we can ask live the question.
Yeah, well, fucking what's the question, you dickhead?
No, I'm no dickhead.
I'm not saying you're a dick. Well, fucking ask the question.
I will if she comes on.
Who
That's
won
right.
the FA Cup in 1972?
But what if she don't want to come on though? Doesn't
She
know
don't
what's
fucking
going
come
on in
on.
the world, right?
Jason.
Right,
stay-
no, listen,
Jason.
does
Jason.
no one know in your world, right?
Fucking hell. Ah, I give up, man.
Go on, come on, Dinny, say it.
Well, fucking, what's his question then?
I don't know what his question is. That's what I'm
Well,
trying to get
fucking,
at.
listen, everybody shut up, right?
I'll
Right,
ask.
the mic's yours. Tell us the question.
I'll tell Nubian when she comes on live. I'm asking her the question, not you.
Yes, but Jason told you she doesn't come on live radio. She just types.
Exactly. So I can't ask the question to when
So why the fuck did you come on here then?
to ask her the question? But she
Ask
won't
her in
come on
Jason
live.
just told you. Jason just told
Ask her it in fucking chat.
you. What?
No, I've
Ask her it
asked
in
her.
the chat.
I've asked her in the side chat, and I've asked other people.
You've asked her in the
to
side
ask
chat.
her, but I'd like to ask her like nice and live.
Go on then.
What is the big
Ask
fucking
her live,
What the
yeah.
fuck is this man
Go
talking
live
about?
now, and she'll be able to comment.
Who
Help
won
me,
the-
Jason. Help me. What is he talking about?
Jason,
Who won the Golden Boot in the 1986 World Cup?
Jason, invite her on again. Sure show.
She's not going to come on, you dickhead.
I know that.
He knows that. Anyway, Brian, how's your sex life?
Okay, well it was.
What do you mean it was?
It's fucking Adam's fucking knackered,
It's
isn't it?
just like crap at the moment. It's been there. It's been brilliant. I'm okay about it.
It's fucking better than mine.
Is it? You're with the girl, Jason.
What?
You're with the girl.
I'm married. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. So yours.
What's that got to do with? What's that got to do with price of fish? Listen, you're not even going to listen, are you? Are you going to ask? Are you going to ask Nubine the question that you want to ask? If you want to ask it now, and she will respond in the chat. I know Nubine. I know she's a good egg. Okay. Some fucking scouser with a brain injury is not going to come on and fucking tell me that she's fucking that she's not a good egg, right? She is a good egg. So if you've got a question for her, I suggest you ask it, and so she can fucking let her respond to it. So what's the question instead of this? I don't want to ask you now. What is it? What did you just want her on so you could chat her up? But what is it?
Nubian, can you come on live chat and I'll ask you the question?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's
right.
fucking gone.
For the 10th time, I think fucking Jason's told you she doesn't go on live.
Okay.
All right? So you've got that part, okay? After the 10th time.
So I'm not going to answer.
So you're not going to answer. You're not going to ask her this question unless she comes live. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, you're fucked. You're fucked. Now fuck off.
Jason, and I did say I'll leave. I'll leave. She didn't want to answer the
Well,
question.
fuck off then.
I said to you.
Well, fuck off.
Off you go.
Bye.
Off you fuck.
Oh my god! What the fuck is this man on about?
I don't even know what he's on. I don't even know what planet he's on. But he seems to be able to fucking use a mobile device or a laptop or something.
Laptop.
Anyway, what's this big thing about? News and nice lash. She's from Sweden, right? As far as I've been there times, spoke to Sweden lots of times in chat. So what? So what's your panic about Nubian? What?
It's not a panic.
Oh, you come on a live radio fucking thing and you want to ask fucking Nubie a question. And do you know her? Like, have you met her? Have you spoke to her in private? Or what's your
I'm
problem, man?
assuming that I've met her in the past. I'm assuming.
You what?
We're getting somewhere. I'm assuming I've met her in the past.
You met her in the past?
Yeah.
Met in the past.
Well, I fucking hell.
I'm
I'm going for a drink.
Stuart.
Bring me one, Denny.
Cheers, mate. I'll bring Leeds one as well. Let's fucking right. Tell us all how you met you being in the past then.
Yeah, or on an astral plane or fucking.
No, I'd rather explain it. I'd rather they come on live and we talk together and they'll go, I knew it was you.
What?
I'd rather the girl come on live and then I'll find out if it's her. I'll go, I knew it was you, or no, I've been corrected.
But what you've got to understand, right, is that your credibility has been completely fucking ruined by past things. I mean, the only people that are going to take it seriously are us, really, fucking idiots like us that gear this sort of airtime so that you can then rip out the fucking shit from other listeners. A female listener who you have got no fucking, fuck off. You've got no idea what she's going through in her life, and this might be the one fucking show that she comes to and listens to, and it makes her feel fucking all right. And what are you doing? You're fucking in here calling us something that she doesn't even know.
I'm not calling her anything, Jason.
Just fucking answer the fucking question, you dickhead.
Say that again.
Just ask the fucking question, then you dickhead.
No, I'll ask her when she comes on live.
Oh my God! What?
Fuck me.
If it's
time, 11th time, 11th. She doesn't come on the radio live.
I'll leave it.
With some respect.
I only come on, Jason, to ask her to come on. She's saying no, she doesn't speak, so I'll leave.
Well, fuck off then, you prick.
So what don't you understand then, Bri? Seriously.
I've got rid of him.
She's not coming on.
I've got rid of him. He was just not doing all. He weren't serving any purpose at all. He was just saying, I've got a question for her. I'll ask her when she's coming on. When she comes, she'll come on, right? Well, then I'm not asking the question. Right, well, fuck off then. Now you've gone. Off you fucked. Good evening, boys. How are you? Bored shitless and Dinny's boyfriend.
Gay name, by the way, Leeds.
Well, you know that I love you.
Don't you start.
You know that I love you, for fuck's sake, man.
You can fuck off, you. Listen, Jason, kick him out as well.
Get fucked, Dinny. Anyway, it's good to fucking see you back on, man.
Oh, cheers, mate. Listen, I had a few fucking injuries. I had like this.
Tell us how he did it. I want to know how you did it.
He fell off the fucking wheelchair, you know it.
He must have been pissed off, mustn't he? He must have been pissed off.
He doesn't drink.
Oh, yeah.
My missus made the mistake.
Oh, blaming the missus.
No, I'm not blaming the missus. I'm just saying this is a mistake that led to the incident. My missus made the mistake of buying me 2 bottles of raspberry vodka last week.
Not 2. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and I tried to get upstairs, so I'm trying to get off settee and I'm trying to get into my wheelchair.
In lift?
No, I'm trying to get off a settee into my wheelchair, and I went a little bit too far and my wheelchair tipped over.
Oh no!
You've seen it you've seen it on fucking Little Britain where the fucking bloke walks off to do something and then fucking cripple gets out of the chair, tips it on the floor, fucking starts spinning wheel around and then fucking lays there as if he's fell out. Well, that was me. I actually fucking did it. I bent all my fingers back. I think I broke a finger, but all these fingers went fucking right back like that. fucking as back as far as they could, and even further. And this one went with the knuckle. Fucking started turning the opposite way and all. Yes, I was pissed. So, which is why.
How much Jason, lucky didn't hurt your leg.
I don't know if I did. Don't know where it is. It could be fucking in agony somewhere.
So what happened? So you fucking hang on a minute. You were pissed. You were in a wheelchair. You had 2 bottles of fucking vodka and shit, and you fell out. The wheelchair's up.
Right.
Start again, Jason.
I'm sat on
He nearly killed himself before.
I'm sat on settee watching TV, right? And then I decide to go to bed because I can't see I can't decide which telly is the real one, right? So I thought, right, I'm going to go to bed. So then I tried to transfer from the settee, and anybody who knows who's been in a wheelchair, transferring is the most important part. Now, usually, the first thing they teach you in wheelchair school is when you're stopping, you're getting out, you put your brakes on, right? I didn't put my brakes on, right? So I got up.
Schoolboy error.
I got into my error. I got into my wheelchair. I got up. I got into my wheelchair. It went backwards, and then it went another, and I wankered my side like fuck. Yes, I was pissed. I wankered my side like fuck. Did all my fucking fingers in, and I fucking hit me out. And I thought to myself, well, I can't do it. Well, I think that were off at weekend, and I thought, Tuesday, I thought, I can't do a show. Because I was still wanking. I'd still got another bottle of fucking raspberry vodka left. So
Did you drink it? Did you drink it afterwards?
I'm not leaving that about that.
Oh, dear me.
See, someone put Weebles wobbles, then they fall down. Well, I don't wobble because I don't weeble. Because I'm usually on a flat surface most of the time. I don't know how, but I keep falling off of flat surfaces.
I just wished it had been down that embankment again.
Jason, serious question, mate. Serious question.
Go on then.
Why don't you get another fucking leg, man, and start to walk?
Because
you know what I mean? I'm not being funny.
They're all shut because of Corona. It's all shut because of Corona. So I can't. I've got my leg downstairs. It don't fit me. I rung them up back in August and said, look, this don't fit me. I need to come in. And they said, yeah, we're not doing out because of this fucking coronavirus. And I went, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I heard about something about that on the news. And I've not heard no since. I'm on list. But I ain't heard no since. What I have to do, you see, is I have to go and get me all sized up and all, you know.
Yeah, I know all that.
I have to get a prescription, but you see, my prescription has to be changed from the one that I've got now to a better one. But because I've got a claim in, and because well, I can't say how, but because I've got a claim in, and I've been to see this private one, and he said to me, we'll make you one that, because I said the fucking thing's heavy as bollocks. And he said to me, he says, well, that was the funniest thing. I mean, I had to take my leg down with me. And now the funniest thing, he took shoe off and then he took sock off, and he saw that I fucking painted my nails.
I've seen your beautiful fucking toenail.
I fucking painted my nails on my fucking prosthetic. Oh, dear, we're laughing his fucking teeth.
What colour? What colour?
Purple.
Shut up, you.
No, I've got a picture somewhere, actually. It's on my phone.
No, we don't want to fuck off. No.
You tell him, didn't you?
Pathetic fucking leg, man.
No, but Jason, I mean it. Like, you see all these people. Like, there's a lot of people. You're not the only person on the planet with one leg. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're all walking about as if fucking normal. Like, I'm sure you could do that.
I can't because it don't fit me anymore.
They make them to fit nowadays, you plonker.
Exactly, but I can't get in to make it fit because they're not fucking seeing anybody anymore at the moment because of the coronavirus. So,
did you not leave it a bit late, Jason?
What?
Seriously, did you not leave it a bit late, mate?
No, listen, I got, if you remember, I got an appointment to see about having it changed at just the point when my other leg started really fucking playing up. And I ended up in hospital with my other leg, so I had to cancel that appointment.
Yeah, right? I remember now, yeah.
So then I had all my fucking that bandaged up from August to August of this year. And so when I've gone and said, right, I'm now ready, I can walk again, I can get on my leg, but it just don't fit me anymore. They said, well, we'll have to make you an appointment, and they haven't since. So,
yeah,
because of this corona fucking bollocks, you know.
It did, didn't he? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. They fucking fucked him off.
Yeah.
No, I remember the shit. Like,
they know I've got a claim in against them now, so they're not bothered. They don't fucking bother with me.
How's it going? Oh, can't we talk about that?
We can't really talk about it. It's going better than what it would be if it were going worse than it is now.
Uh,
All right, fair enough. You know, if you need help, I'll help you. You know that, don't you?
Of course I do. I know I get fucking help from anybody. Fucking Denny's boyfriend or board shitless.
What's he bored shitless for anyway? Eh? You're too busy fucking looking at
I'm bored fucking shitless with all this COVID fucking crap, man. It's a load of bullshit.
Haven't you been shut down in Germany?
Yeah, I think they have. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. Close it down. Close what down? Not closing me down, mate.
So
I guarantee you that.
Would you normally go home at Christmas?
I would, yeah. That's the only thing that really fucks me up, mate. You know, if I flew to Ireland, I'd have to go into 2 weeks fucking quarantine, man. That kind of, you know, if an uncle is very sick, I'd love to go home. You know, that's the only fucking thing that's fucking me up, man.
Yeah,
of course, I go for Christmas. Yeah.
I can imagine. If have you got no family over there whatsoever? Then
in Germany, no. All my family in Ireland. I've one in Spain. I've one in Manchester. My sister's in Manchester. But
can I just say something funny to you boys, please?
Go on then.
I don't know if you've looked in private chat, but Bright has written in there, and has written, I'm very serious. I think that's curious. To the grammar of the Swede. I mean, that's just weird. I mean, this guy's supposed to be English, and his grammar's fucking worse, miles worse than fucking Nubians.
No, Jace. I think he's got like a problem.
Then don't come on my fucking show. Simple as. No, just don't come on my show.
Yeah, but we shouldn't.
And you're going to try and if you're going to come on and you're going to try and show me or make what's that awareness of that summer, then fair enough, that's fine. But don't come on my show and hide behind that as an excuse to fucking use people.
Jace, let's not take piss out of his spelling if he's got.
I'm not taking piss out of his spelling. I'm saying he's fucking. I'm not taking. Oh. Do you know? I should fucking quit this fucking. I should just fucking quit this bollocks because you've got to go round and about. That cunt's causing problems, right? I'm not causing problems. Nubian's not causing problems, right? If he wants to come on and talk about the trouble that he has and to increase awareness of it, then fair enough. If not, get one of them fucking things that fucking Stephen Hawking used to use. Honestly, I fucking had it with people hiding behind things. I don't hide behind my fucking leg because it's not there. I don't hide behind it. I said to people, you know, come and fucking have a go if you want to fucking have a go. I'm not fucking hiding behind shit like that. It doesn't matter about grammar. I don't care about grammar. But we're talking about somebody who's English saying something about someone Swedish who's Swedish, talking about their English grammar. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
What's going on?
Well, no, at all, at the minute. I mean, fucking...
So do you go to hospital then?
Well, yeah, on Monday I went to a prosthetics place.
No, I meant when you fucking did you send damage?
No, did I fuck go to hospital? Fucking last place I'm going is fucking hospital. Fuck that.
I know.
I won't even go as a visitor.
I know.
They fucking keep it in. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just visit so-and-so? You got to stop in. Yeah.
You said you went on Monday, did you?
Yeah, Monday down in Burton. We're a private clinic.
All right. Were it busy?
No, nobody.
Fucking hell.
There you go. Nubin says, I refuse what I do not want. Exactly. And it's her right to refuse it. And it's not the right of Bright 77, no matter what, to say she's not got that right. And I've not got the right to defend her for having that right. Fucking doing me head in. This lot's doing me head in. It's doing me fucking head in.
What's doing your head in, Jason?
I think that's half of it. I think that's half of me not coming on is because it's all doing me fucking head in.
What's doing your head in, Jason?
Fucking shitheads everywhere, isn't there? well, let's have a look. Let's just have a look, right? In last couple of weeks, Paul Cotty's here anyway, so I'm going to add him to the stream.
Oh, I hate that Paul Cotty. I can't stand him.
I have to know.
Hello, Paul.
Just listen to me. Just have a listen to me.
Right?
No, fuck off.
Shut up. Jason's talking. It's his show. Just shut the fuck up.
Right, fucking carry on, you fuckers. You can be more
Get cheeky, Jason.
Go on, carry on.
No, you were telling the story. We were listening.
Come on, we're listening, mate.
Don't get in a fucking huff.
You weren't listening, though. I'm not enough.
We are
We're taking
listening.
for fuck's sake.
Shut up.
Come on.
Please, shut up.
All right.
Now, go on, Jason.
I can't even remember. Oh,
We were talking about you went to hospital on Monday.
Yeah.
that's not what we're going to get me head in a twist. No, but
Go on, Jason. We're listening.
Oh, dickheads. You were talking about dickheads.
yeah, dickheads. You've got dickheads on telly telling you to take a fucking vaccine. You've got dickheads on telling you that they've had a vaccine when they haven't really. All they've had is fucking saline injection, even if they've had that. Then you've got that one where, I've passed out. Then you've got all these fucking fake truthers and that, right? Right, let me just ask you one question. How many of you heard a fucking message from Mickey Summers just before he died? Nobody. How many fucking people heard from Guy Taylor just before he died? Nobody. When they died, it was. Then you've got Ian Crane. Is he dead yet? Oh no, he fucking comes out in March just as this coronavirus starts. Oh, I'm in hospital. I've got this fucking cancer that can't be cured or anything like that. And this might be my last fucking broadcast. This might be the last time you hear my voice. Still fucking alive. Fucking 30 grand later, I'm fucking going.
Jason, what's your point? I spoke to Mickey. I spoke to Mickey Summers.
Live. I didn't see fucking Guy Taylor asking for a fucking. This is what does my fucking head in. These cunts, these wankers, and they all get fucking big fucking numbers. Look at shit I'm fucking getting.
Calm down.
Jason, I spoke to Mickey Summers. You know that.
I know you spoke to him. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about.
What's your fucking point then?
My point is, right, Mickey Summers, he didn't put out there a video of him or any audio of him saying, I think this is the last time I'm going to be speaking to you. I've got this terrible thing and a yada, yada, yada. And then someone hears it and sets up a GoFundMe account for Mickey Summers. I didn't hear that because it didn't happen, right? Same for Guy Taylor. And these are blokes that have actually fucking done something. And I mean properly fucking done something to make change. Ian Crane. Jason. Fucking finish. You won't even let me finish.
Sorry, go on ahead.
You get Ian Crane in March. I'm in hospital. This might be the last time you hear my voice. I'm fucking this, I'm that, I'm the other. I'm going to die. I've got cancer, and I'm at the end of my life. And this is probably the last time you're going to hear my voice. And is he dead? No, he's not dead. But he's 30 grand up on at least on fucking on GoFundMe. What I'm saying is this is why I don't want to offer people who I get offered up. I don't want to talk to because the wankers, they're just after something. It just winds me up. That was my point. I know you spoke to Mickey Summers, but it didn't bring out a message saying, "Oh, you know, give me my fucking all this fucking shit."
Can we just see how Paul's doing, please?
I'm doing fucking brilliant.
No, we can't lose. Fuck him. Fucking Paul Biden.
I'm doing fucking brilliant, so I am.
How are you, Paul?
How's things with you?
Fucking Bright. I tell you what, Bright keeps coming back. He's like a fucking.
He's in a fucking bad mood tonight, isn't he? Eh? Fucking hell.
Jason, you know why you haven't got loads of numbers and all this kind of shit like half of them out there? Because your ego's not big enough and you're not jumping on the internet the whole time, sprouting out other people's information as if it's yours. If you start doing that, you'll build up the numbers. Too many fucking egos out there.
Yeah, you're right. There is a lot of egos, and I don't want to be part of that. I just find
most of them egos will either end up looking for votes or try to sell a fucking book.
Sean Maguire, Paul Cotty, the Robin bastard.
Oh, the whole fucking
and I will say no more about that. That dirty Robin fucking motherfucker Sean Maguire on people's internet radio. I will say no more.
No, say no more about that. I know the whole crack there. That goes back a long time. I know all that.
The gay Irish poet.
No, look, there's an awful lot of them out there. I could coat them off. I could put them in a place very quick. The half of them are into all this long before me. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking for fucking pipers, egos, because they're still stuck in the information that they were chatting about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, where most of us have moved on land, and these lads are still jumping on the internet all about fucking egos. And you know what they've done and behind it all? Fuck all, because I know more about a lot of them than they fucking never know about me.
That's true, Paul, and I've been about a long time as well. My fucking teeth. I'll tell you what, Paul. My teeth are long with them cons. And Jason, I know Jason quite a few fucking years as well. You know.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Like I said, Danny, he's been around most of the shows. Jason's been around most of the shows. Webby Dale's been most of the shows. Patrick Neal. We can go back through a lot of radio stations the last couple of years. And fair play to you, Jason, still fucking doing this. Because there's not many out there still doing it. Fuck the numbers and everything else. At least you're coming on and you're speaking a bit of sense, or you let people get on and speak their mind.
Do you know? You know what really did me fucking head in? Shall I tell you what really fucking did me head in? Is I went on to something popped up on me YouTube one night, so I thought, oh, it were live, and it were Shield Destroyer. Remember him?
Well, you know what? I think you did wrong there, Jason. And I think you did wrong with fucking as well.
But this cunt's got his fucking like thing going across bottom to donate, and I thought to myself, this cunt has made his name from us. That's all he did. He made his name from us. He made a video saying what my response to Raconteurs News, and then that's how he got all his subscribers. And that's what just does me in, is the shit like that. Fucking Shield Destroyer. I mean, for fuck's sake, what does he even bring to anything? No, he just sits there. There's loads of them, and they just sit there and they talk. Just fucking, it's the same fucking shit over and over again. It's like clicking. You know what? It's like me sitting here and I'm clicking Bright and I'm kicking him out at studio every time, every fucking second, and he's coming straight back. It's coming straight fucking back. That's what it's like.
It's the ego. It's the fucking egos.
I don't want it. I don't want an ego. Fucking egos are expensive to carry.
Yeah, but the best thing you know, when I was doing the radio and all that, the last thing I'd have on is someone with an ego, and if I disagreed with them or said, more or less if I disagreed or I thought the information they were giving out was horseshit, I wouldn't have them on the radio. Ray wanted certain people on that was around at the time, and they still jump on radio stations. I wouldn't have them on. I just thought they were full of shit, and I would have criticised their information that they would be giving, because that's what I do. That's what I learned to do. Actually, while I'm on here, I want to say rest in peace to Pat Fender. Big Pat that started me off on all this years ago when I used to ring on the Monday show on the People's Internet Radio.
Was that Pat Glasgow?
Yeah, he did.
Who was that, Denny? Who was that?
Sorry?
Who was that?
It was a fella, Pat Vendor. Is that Vendor? Is that how I'm pronouncing it right?
Yeah, it was from Glasgow, Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah, him and Fairport.
Jesus, did he?
And he used to do the Sovereignty on a Monday night, so he did. And that's where when I started, I was forced to learn about the radio stations and all that, and I jumped into PIR one night. And you would have been in there, Dinny, and loads of others.
Yeah,
and I shit myself because I was only learning at the time, and I couldn't really write or spell, and I'd be trying to fucking write a question in. And I'd see all these answers flying by, and I'd be going, fuck me. It's too late to ask that question. They're on a different subject now. And I used to end up ringing in then. I took the bollocks one night and I said, you know what? I'll ring in so I will. And Jesus, that was a massive step for me. So I rang in and I was chatting with Pat and Fairport, and they were giving me an explanation. I learned all about civil and criminal and sovereignty and all that. And after a couple of weeks, she used to message me and say, "Here, do you want to ring in, Paul?" Because I question in different ways or simple questions. And after a couple of years of fucking head down tunnels and everything else, I think I learned how to format Because what I used to give out was not my information, it was other people's stuff. But all I was doing was trying to format it into simplicity that I could understand and others could understand, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I know, Pat and fucking Fair. You know, yeah. I hear you. I remember that, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. So
whereabouts in Ireland are you from, Paul?
He's from Biden country.
No, I'm from a place called County Meath, which is.
You're from County Leitrim.
No, I actually live in County Meath.
I thought Drogheda was in Louth.
Yeah, Droghera's in there. I was born and bred in the town itself, but the part of the town that I was born and bred in used to come under County Meath. But I actually live outside Drogheda. I live along the coast, outside the coast.
I didn't fucking ask you, didn't he?
Well,
I didn't know it was
you couldn't even fucking point the fucking island on a map, you cunt.
It's good to see there, Jason, as well. Over here, then the other day there, Northern Ireland from the 26th, Boxing Day, has gone into six weeks lockdown. And from what I know, a friend of mine messaged me last night, and then I stayed on the internet tonight. The fourth week of that is a curfew at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was talking to someone from Belfast last night, Paul. They're not allowed within 10 miles of their house or something. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
They can't go 10 miles from the house.
No.
Is that what you mean?
No.
Yeah, but come the 26th, Boxing Day, you won't be allowed after 8 o'clock.
This is happening. We're not talking shit here. This is happening, folks.
It's right in front of us faces, isn't it? It's right in front of us faces.
A friend
What's
of mine
wrong with
said,
that? We're all fucking asleep or something.
I know.
This is happening.
Yeah, it's happening more so than people realise. I was chatting to my daughter a few years ago, and she's into multimedia studies, and she was actually putting together for the last couple of years, writing a short script of when the system goes down and martial law kicks in and everything else. Because I used to tell her that what's coming, and then we were running on about it the other day, so we were. Oh. Martial law is here.
Have you had any of you? Have you had people who thought you were nuts beforehand now think you were right?
Years ago, when I started off, I went down the rabbit hole, and a lot of people thought I was mad because you'd be talking about the courts. I started learning about the court system first, and then you're talking about the courts, and then you're telling them, oh, the courts over here are still underneath the crown. But it's not the royal crown, it's the Crown Incorporated business. But the royal crown is related to them, and their blood related to this, and it'd be all over the fucking shop sounding like a lunatic. I was actually just talking to Ray, I used to do shows with me and him was good mates. Tonight he was over with me, and I was saying about when people go down the rabbit hole of force, I start learning a lot of this information. Just like another good mate of mine there a while ago, who's probably listening tonight. I was explaining we have that much information in our head. Inside, you know, it seems all connected to us, but we have to learn how to decipher it, format it, and then present it back to people. And only when you can do that, then you're not going to sound fucking crazy, because you need to just decipher, format things inside your head, and present it back to when you stick on a conversation about a subject, and not run away off in a different direction and getting things mixed up. I chat to people about a court system or chat about certain things, but I don't bring the straw man in and all that kind of stuff. Whereas most people start throwing all that in and confusing people straight away.
Have you seen the recent Richard D. Hall video with Andrew Johnson? It's very long, but it's very good.
No, I'm not sure. No, I don't. I'm not sure, to be honest. I can't say
Andrew Johnson coming on in a couple of weeks. So
you what? Sorry,
I said I've got Andrew Johnson coming on in a couple of weeks, so that should be interesting.
Well, you'll have to ask him about that, because I keep trying to get Richard D. Hall on, but he won't come on.
Right, listen, I want to Richard D. Hall won't come on. I don't want Richard D. Hall on anyway.
Jason, put a link in for Webby. Jason, put a link in for Webby. I put a link
Webby,
in the
do you
chat.
chat?
Webby.
It'd be all right if he was giving out the same information as Manly P. Hall.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
Manly P. Hall, there's a lot of stuff on the internet and stuff about Manly P. Hall. Big high ranking Freemason, wrote books years ago and all that, philosophy and all different subjects. He opens up a whole lot of things. He's very interesting.
Who's come first, Jay?
Can't you tell? Come on, come face. That's something.
Uni.
Who's cunt face?
Is it Uni?
No, it's Bright. I changed his name.
Oh no. Listen, no harm to the lad. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but you know, we're not fucking. What do you call the people up in fucking space? What are you talking about, man? Give us a fucking tip, man.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, the word I was looking for was Yetis.
Oh, here he comes. It keeps coming back. Old cum face. All fucking time. Every time I get rid of him, he comes back.
No, Jason, Webby was looking for the link. You missed the link.
No, I know Webby were looking for the link, but I've sent the link to. I put the link in chat for Webby. Let me do it again. There you go. Put a link in chat for Webby.
Oh, we ain't got bills of exchange on Friday night. Come on.
Oh, I think that's the last thing on his fucking mind. Bills of exchange doesn't fucking give a fuck now.
I don't give a fuss. I love Webby. Come on, Webby, get your thing on, lad.
No, he'll get.
Do you know what the strange thing is, right? I'm in Germany, right? This vaccine has been fucking. They're actually fucking put into people in England and all over the place and in other countries. It's not allowed in Germany yet.
To interrupt you, Jace, have you seen that Webby's put?
Can I answer a question there? Spanish chicken is what do I think of Gran?
Yes, you can now. Sorry.
Spanish chicken is what do I think of Gran Torino? Come here, everybody that out there giving out information, fair play to them. I don't like to bring my own personal thoughts in on people, but when people stand, anybody that stands underneath a flag with a gold fringe and doesn't understand the concept of a provisional government in Ireland and the true history of it, even when it's being thrown at them, well, hey, that's...
What do you think about him?
What do I think? Yeah. I think he gives out information the same as other people.
Jeez, I'm lost here. Who the fuck's Gran Torino?
Gran Torino, he's... some say he's ex-British military, and he's over here and he's pushing all... Well, he's a bit like a Gemma Doherty, and there's another fella there from over Donegal. They're very Republican bullshit. I hate republicanisms, to be honest.
Oh, you're not talking about Niall O'Connell, no?
He's along the lines of that. So yes, he's a bit along the lines.
You're talking about Niall O'Connell and but
I know.
I think I know where you're coming from, Paul. And same as that boy. I'm sorry. You might not like what I'm going to say, Paul. I'm not into that John Waters either.
No,
I think he's a big buckley fucker from Roscommon. End of.
Yeah. Look,
I mean,
no, you're absolutely right.
Talks sense, but he's an ex-journalist, so I don't trust the fucking fucker. I'm sorry.
Well, again, look, there's a lot of people out there speaking the truth or exposing stuff, but that doesn't mean that they're not part of the system or they haven't got their own agenda. I mean, look, they're stuck in. I don't know. They're stuck in bullshit, giving out about things without a solution. Would that be the right? That's the only way I can. They're stuck giving out bullshit and complaining without a solution, without a true understanding of the fucking system, or even what the government is over here. Most of them are.
Well,
I'd question any of them, so I would, and I guarantee half of them wouldn't be able to answer the questions.
Paul, are you watching the Nationalist parties in Ireland? Nationalist parties in Ireland.
I don't. I hate anything got to do with parties. I don't even like raves anymore.
I know that, but are you watching them? Question.
No, I don't really watch. Just if stuff sent on to me or if it pops up, I wouldn't go off on that. I don't join any of the groups, and I hate it when somebody tries to add me into some group and the first thing I see is anything got to do with republicanism or gold fringe flags or constitutions and fucking. I get annoyed with all that now. Well, not that I get annoyed. I just go,
there's only one thing I've learned from People's Internet Radio was this: Ireland was only sovereign for 3 years. Between 1916 and 1919. That's the only time Ireland was sovereign. End off. Fuck off.
No, it was sovereign up until the 22 because the Civil War is
No, 1919, mate.
When they signed the park over, so they did.
Yeah, they were fucking killed anyway.
You see, there's a lot more to that than most people even realise. And I was only saying it to Ray tonight. I says, hey, of all the bollocks people talk about 1919 and what went on and all that over here, I haven't heard many of them going into how far I went into it and other things and the whole bigger picture of 1919. It's a much, much bigger picture than what people think. People don't realise the whole concept of 1919 over here. 1919 over here was.
I do, Paul. You know that.
But hang on. What I was going to say there, Denny, most people think, oh, it's get the English crown out of Ireland. And that's what part of it was. But it was bigger than the English crown. The English crown are just underneath the Crown Incorporated business who've run everything else. But apart from that, the whole thing was to make Ireland a sovereign country and then take it back. By making it a sovereign country, and when they put De Valera into place, De Valera helped set up Israel.
Of course he fucking
That's
did.
what De Valera done. Because he actually went around Europe campaigning for the setting up of Israel, so he was, and apparently telling England, oh, they should mind their own business and they've the right to set up with their own country and look after themselves the same way as the Irish. What a load of shite.
Well,
because
agree
the whole concept.
Paul, agree to disagree. Ireland was only sovereign between 1916 and 1919. Them 3 years. That was it.
Well, to be even
I'm going to end my story
that,
there. If you believe anything after that's a lot of bullshit.
No,
1919 or 1922. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I was just about to say to him,
sovereign. You mentioned the word sovereign.
You could be right on that. You could be right on that. Either way, it doesn't make it. To me, it was just a case of making it sovereign so it could be used. The sovereignty was used to set up the Israel, and then the English crown monarchy system used the sovereignty to get into Europe and many other events as well. So it was set up. The whole thing was purposely fucking set up. So
that's why they were fucking killed. All 6 of them were fucking killed for signing that fucking treaty, and I'm behind them boys that fucking killed.
Yeah, but my point being,
Paul. How's that, Paul?
Sorry?
I'm behind all them people who fucking killed them people. All them 6 people who signed that fucking treaty.
Yeah. Look, the signing of the treaty.
Sorry, Paul, go ahead, mate. You know a lot more about this than me, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I've read letters there where Lloyd George, transcripts between Lloyd George and Arthur Griffiths and shit like that. There was transcripts and all that. But look, I'm not going into the Irish history on this show, like in general. I'm just saying that part there had a big effect on the world. Because of setting up of Israel and all that. So that's what I'm saying. It had a much, much bigger picture, the event in Ireland, to what the Irish just think. Oh, it was all about setting Ireland free. No, it was actually a bigger picture that was planned out by the people in control. It's like here's a good one now. There's a group over here, these great chap and all that, Joe Ducey and them, Anti-Corruption Ireland and that. But their mindset and the way they do things and all that, they have a great plan they had. Let's all get together, all the groups this week, and we'll block off the ports and all that, and hit them in the pockets. And I says, well, blocking off the ports, is that not what you do to starve people in countries? They block off the ports. And the only people, how would you be hitting them in their pockets when these boys print the fucking money?
Exactly. Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yes, darling.
I shagged Michael Collins' great granddaughter.
Who? Granddaughter?
Michael Collins.
Michael Collins, another cunt. He was shot dead as well. Fuck him.
Well, Michael Collins was
His great granddaughter fit though, mate.
You know, the biggest Jack Keens on this planet came from this country, Cork.
Come here, look at Dinny. Here's one for
Am I
you.
right, Paul?
Roy Keane. Roy Keane from Cork.
It doesn't matter whether it's Ireland or England or any other.
It doesn't matter at all. We're not talking anti-English. Definitely
No,
not.
no. What I'm going to say here is, over here they talk about the Constitution and the Irish Republic and this, that, and the other. Over in England, they're talking about Magna Cartas and all that. The Magna Carta was for the fucking nobles, and over here, anything else was for the fucking hierarchies over here as well. There was never anything for the people. Whether it be here, England, Germany, France, there was never anything for the people. It's a system, and the system must grow.
Yep. Oh, we're into politics now. Let's get back to something funny.
I went to Dublin once to watch Leeds play. And
oh, fuck you Leeds United hooligans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they caused a riot in Dublin.
I always remember. I went up and I talked to this girl.
Cheats.
We're not fucking cheats. Shut up.
Jason, give him a chance, man.
Yeah, well, this is what he was doing to me over fucking week. So, you know,
selling forever, brother.
He's going to have to go to work somewhere else.
Well, cheese. How many points did he get deducted?
It's strange. The Leeds' best players were ever. The only best players Leeds had came from over fucking here, from Drogheda, and they've never done any good since.
That's true.
Johnny Giles.
No, Ian Hart,
yeah.
Gary Kelly.
Gary Kelly, Stuart Dallas. And we will love Scottish players as well.
No, all your best players were ex-Wednesday players. Carlton Palmer, fucking Newsom.
Carlton Palmer, John Sheridan.
John Sheridan. He came to...
Hang on a second.
Wednesday.
Jason, Webby's trying to get in. He can't get in for some reason. Can you not add him on Skype or something?
I've sent him fucking message through.
Well, Webby, it's on your side, mate.
Is he cunt face?
He says...
Oh, I've got him. Yeah, got him. Yeah,
Plonker, Jason.
That's Uni. I'm not having him on.
Leeds, as for football, I don't even like it. I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah, fair enough.
I used to love football. I could go to loads of Celtic games, and
I've got more like that. I've got more like that.
But I'm finished with football. I'm finished with the bullshit. I'm finished with Formula One. I'm sick of this bullshit. Going down to their knees and all this shit. Fuck off.
Oh, I can't stand that. Do you know when those Millwall fans booed them? I agreed with them.
Well, I wouldn't agree with anything.
On into field, and everybody that was fucking down on the knee, they should have booted them in face. Because it's just a fucking joke that. I heard this is the first thing. Remember, England played Republic of Ireland recently, not that long ago, right? And the first thing the fucking commentator said as they were coming out were, "Here we go," and because they were talking about before match had been abandoned all them years before. And as they come out, the commentator said, "But tonight's not about politics, it's just about football." And then they all got down on the fucking knee. Fucking politics.
And it was the same day, Jace, that they had Rainbow Day or something, whatever they called it, and they all wore rainbow laces.
Come here.
Isn't that political?
The football fans are worse. Look, hundreds of millions of them around the world. And when football was at the height of it last year, back in the past, when they used to get fans and all these ultras and they caused chaos around the place, and they'd fucking kill each other for football. But you don't see them out in the streets for their rights, do you? They haven't a clue what the fuck's going on in the real world. They're too busy worried about when the next game's coming on and who's going to get the next fucking goal.
If New Bean's about, can you get hold of this fucking Bright 77 and just ban him, please? I've been trying to do it myself on the thing, but
Jason, where's my spanner, by the way? I demand a spanner now.
You were the original.
I was the only spanner in this chat room.
You were. You were.
That's true.
Someone please get rid of him, please. Because I am sick of kicking him and I'm about to turn fucking this all off. Because that cunt just keeps popping up and I keep turning him off. And then fucking fucking Webby turns up and I think it's same bloke and I fucking turn him off.
Webby's saying
one more time I'm ending this.
Jason, give me a spanner. Jason, give me a spanner. Do it now.
I've got it myself. I just can't find the cunt.
Just give me a fucking spanner. I'll sort it out for you.
Get fucked out back here.
But anyway, now football for me is down in their knees. What's all that shit about?
Do you see when the football season starts up again and they say vaccine, you need a vaccine to get into the game, and when people start queuing up for them vaccines, I'd gladly take a job giving them vaccines. Do you know what? I'd even do the job for nothing.
But I mean, they've already said it's going to be Easter, isn't it? So we've got this till Easter.
We've got what till Easter?
Fucking lockdown shit.
We're going to have it longer than Easter. Because they're even at the moment, they tell you the vaccines, you can still catch the virus. You can still spread the virus, still wash your hands, still wear the mask and all this.
Just give me a minute. I can't see you, Webby. If you're in backstage, I can't see you. I can see Cuntface, who's this fucking no mark scouser who just don't know when to fucking get up.
Who's got a spanner in here? Get rid of the cunt, would you?
It doesn't stop him. It doesn't stop him. If I ban him from the studio,
I can get rid of him, but.
Well, fucking do it.
But he's not there.
Leeds. Fucking.
It's not in chat.
Aye, free chat. You're right. You're right. He's allowed to say what he wants.
It keeps popping up in fucking thing, wanting me to go on, wanting to come on. Here we go. Ready? Do you want me to put him on? There you go. He's there.
Okay, let him on. Let him fucking talk. Let him fucking talk then.
Come on, dickhead.
Go on, talk. Everybody shut up and listen to this one.
What's up with you? Got fucking some sort of OCD. You've got to keep coming on. Oh, I've got to keep going on.
I just want to say, if you being come to, I've got a question.
What's up, Jason?
What?
What's up?
What do you want?
Does somebody rattle your cage?
Yes, you.
Jason, let him talk. Let him talk.
Why? Because you keep coming on and I don't want you on. It's my show and I don't want you on.
I'm in your private chat chatting to you. That's all I was doing.
You keep popping up on this thing to try to get into the show.
You keep booing me.
Eh?
And you keep booing me so I keep coming back in.
What? Yeah, so do you not get hints?
No, not really.
Well, for fuck's sake.
So what do you want, cunt face?
We did want to come on and ask the question.
It's a simple question. It's a simple question. What do you want?
Me wanted to come on and ask, what's her name? Nubian.
Hang on, shut up. This man's speaking sense.
For me to ask a question, but she won't come on.
Well, I'll tell you now for the 12th time, she says she doesn't come online. Okay, do you understand now?
Okay, yeah, agreed. Okay.
Okay.
Show us
So
your
now,
face.
fuck off.
Show us your face. Show us
So
your
I-
face.
so
No,
I-
why not? Is it
So I
'cause
stayed
is it because
in
you're
the private chat.
like retarded?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Leeds, help me, brother.
What? Show us your face. Come face.
Why?
Go on, show us. Show us it.
Why?
Well, why should fucking Nubian come on?
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Why
man.
to the face?
Why should Nubian come on if
I'm
you
going
will
to the
not?
face.
If you will not show your face, show your face. I'm showing mine. Leeds is
No,
showing
she
his.
said no.
But Toddy's not showing his furniture. He's shaped like furniture. And fucking, we don't want to scare anybody off. Show your face.
No, you're okay, Jason.
All right, then we'll piss off then. And stop
Okay.
fucking.
I did stay there, but you kept booing me.
You didn't. I did. Yeah, I booted you off because you were being a knobhead.
I wasn't. I was
You
communicating with
You
Jason.
were, well, no, you weren't communicating.
They're looking at me.
What you communicated a million times before.
Well,
That when
that'll be okay.
have you got a brain, or
Right.
are you fucking borrowing? Fucking
Yeah, I'm a stumping up with it, and I'm determined to find out what it is.
Come face, what do
Right.
you want?
I've told you over and over.
Okay, we've told you over and over again she's not coming on the radio station live, okay?
Well,
Okay, so what the fuck do you want?
I'll stay in the side chat where I was staying, but I kept
Well,
getting
fuck
booed.
off back in there then.
Okay. It's
Alright.
ever brought me back in. So
What?
I'll go back to the station, put me back in the side chat.
No,
Okay.
don't stay there, man. Anyway, apart from
can't be doing with him.
apart from
I can't be doing with him, right? Right. What you do is you ask somebody what they want, and they go, "I want this, I want that, I want fucking other," and then you say, "I'm sorry, unfortunately." And that's not our fault. Nubian doesn't want to be on camera, so it's not our fault. So we go, "Oh, well, unfortunately, that's going to happen." And he goes, "So what else do you want?" And he asks for the same fucking thing. What the fuck's wrong with a cunt? Honestly, what the fuck is wrong? Fuck me.
Don't let it get to you.
I've fucking had enough, mate. Honestly, I've had enough. I'm looking forward to.
Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you.
I've been trying to get fucking Webby on, and all this. I can't get, and every time I see the Webby's there, fucking some cunt faces there instead. So I keep missing. You know what I mean? So Webby, I know people spliff up, chill, and relax. I know, but when when you're doing something like this, and you answer somebody's question, and then they ask the same fucking question, and you answer it again, and then they keep going, "Yeah, but I wanted my question answered." Yeah, but it's not going to get answered, you fucking silly cunt. Go back to your fucking bed sit and fucking and go to sleep or whatever. I don't care.
fucking hell.
I will stay in love and peace. Thank you, Nubian. I will stay calm. I won't not react, but I'm reacting to what I'm observing. That's how I'd say that. Is that this anyway? Paul, come on, you say something because you and Dinny were making everybody listen, and all I've done is just go, ah!
Yeah. Paul, did you just shoot yourself?
The which?
Did you just shoot yourself?
No.
Fucking hell, what's going on? The
Fucking live on air. I'd have done my son, honestly. Do you know, if I were fucking sat in a room with fucking Bright 77, right, Ian Crane, and fucking Sean Atwood, I'd fucking shoot Bright twice.
No, there's one thing I want to see tonight. Jason, there's one thing I want to see tonight. Leeds, you little cunt. Come here.
Wow.
You do me a favor.
What? Turn it inside out.
Will you go to the bathroom and turn that fucking t-shirt inside out just for the lads?
I'll do it now.
Go on. You want to see this, lads? You want to see his fucking shirt he's got? You're gonna turn it inside out. Take it off.
There you go. That's what you want to see, really, isn't it?
No, I don't want to see your fucking body. Look at this. Oh, fuck off with that shit.
Nobody wants to see your colostomy bag, man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll get my arm. Oh, no, it's the hood. It's the hood. Here we go.
What is the t-shirt anyway? What's your jumper? Skull and Crossbones, is it? Part of the Trump gang.
St. Pauli.
Yeah. Symbolic, yeah.
See it?
St. Pauli, the best club in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Fucking love it. You've got to send me a St. Pauli shirt, man, Jenny.
Well, what size do you want, Jason?
I'm a large.
You know
Yeah,
something? I have a trainer down there. I get the gear, you know?
I'm an extra large, actually, because I'm putting fucking weight on. So.
I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell a fucking Celtic top.
Well, that's St. Paul. You know, it'd be nice to be. You know, when we finally go back to fucking football, I've got a season ticket, and it'd be nice for Tom Penny to see me in a St. Pauli shirt. You know, Tom
I like
Penny.
that, but I've been down to St. Pauli for years. I go down there because not because of that.
No, they scored against fucking Hamburg when they beat them. Remember?
Oh,
Who was that Sheffield boy who was playing for St. Pauli?
Tom Penny.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Now he's playing well. He's playing well for Wednesday. So when we get to go back, because I'm a spastic, I'll be on like front row, and it'd be nice for him to see me in a fucking St. Pauli shirt.
But I'll tell you the truth, I've lost interest in football.
Well,
Lost
so
interest.
So have I. I mean, I enjoyed watching Sheffield United get beat last night. But apart from that, I mean, I've got no. We're fucking. What are we fucking?
and to be honest with you, the one game that I've fucking waited for 16 fucking years, we're playing Man United on Sunday.
I know, and you'd like to be there, wouldn't you?
Fucking.
It's all an illusion now to me. I don't give a fuck about it. Go down your knees.
I know.
And
they all
really
they're all their hand up. I mean, that's black power, isn't it? It's black power.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
What's it like? I wonder. What's it like to be a black man? Is it good times or bad times?
You're Irish, didn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Phil Lynott was Irish, wasn't
they're
it?
fucking discriminating against you. You're white. I can't understand how fucking black people think that we're fucking discriminating. You know.
But they're not. Leeds, they're not. Leeds are not.
Depicting
The
culture.
mainstream media is.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
If you
I
go
know.
to
I
any
know
black
it is.
man, any black fucking, if you go to any black man, they'll say they don't see. Well, they might say it. They might say that they see some prejudice.
There's always a dickhead, isn't there, James? There's always a dickhead. But
Exactly. So yeah, you just ban cunts. That's the way. Like cunt face in chat.
I mean, I started going to football in
racism. You're never gonna solve it, are you? You get down on as many fucking knees as you want. There's always going to be some cunt who thinks that.
What good is that going to do? What good is that going to do?
Else.
Get on your fucking knees. Get on your fucking knees.
No, it's not about the football. It's all about this anti-racism. Fuck off.
It's like
It's just another.
like I said when I went to Ireland or whatever. And I'm not having a go at you, Denny, or whatever. But I hate the fucking Queen. I hate the government. I'm repressed. You know.
Yeah, but you see, I think I know where you're coming from, Leeds. All this shit about the Irish hating English. We don't hate the English. We hate the fucking crown, mate.
Yeah,
the fucking crown. The bastards who forbid our fucking history. You know? Don't forget Irish history. Excuse me, the English were not allowed to talk about Irish history up till, I think, the late 80s, 1980s. Irish books were forbidden. Irish history books were forbidden in England. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I'm sure Paul could tell you more about it. It was forbidden to talk about Irish history in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I think, what was he? Jerry Adams, for example. He was not allowed to speak on English television.
You know, Denny, it's not
Irish books were forbidden in England.
I remember that. Jerry Adams, whenever they did an interview with him, his voice would be.
He had to get his voice voice, didn't he?
Yeah. He were an actor's voice. Fuck off, face! Fuck off!
That was all part of the game. That was all part of the game. So it was.
Well, sorry. Let me ask you a question. Maybe Paul. Were you shouting at Jason?
That cunt, he keeps fucking popping.
Fuck him.
Paul,
what, Paul, what year was that law lifted that the Irish were allowed to speak about their history in England? What year?
It must have been.
I don't know.
It must have been.
I think it was 82.
It was 82, was it? Early 80s.
I'm not sure.
89.
I'm asking you, mate.
89. 89.
I remember.
Was it 89? Thank you.
No, I'm guessing.
Hang on. What I was going to say is, I remember on the Irish television.
Irish were not allowed to speak about their history. Wow.
But what I was going to say, I remember Jerry Adams in the subtitles, but most of my teenage life then was spent in London. So I don't know, in the late 80s, I don't know what happened over here. I was too busy fucking raving. I was an early 80s raver beyond London, loving it, man.
Oh, you dirty animal, you. You know where I was? I was arrested in Derry.
Yeah, I was arrested in fucking London and spent through 24s.
I was arrested the first time in Derry at a civil rights march.
Yeah, I wouldn't be marching for civil rights. I was too busy partying and enjoying me rights.
You lucky bastard.
You old bugger. Didn't he?
Oh, shut up, you. You're my boyfriend now. Be quiet. Yeah. Time passes fucking quick, I'm telling you.
So
here today, gone tomorrow.
Has anyone found out? Can we Google it? Find out when that got lifted. I remember when that happened.
Leeds, Irish history books were banned in England. Banned. We're talking about communism. We're talking about fucking all this shit.
Yeah.
Irish history books were banned.
I mean,
it was banned.
when
It was banned to talk about
couldn't
Irish
talk
history
about it on
on your
telly,
television,
could
on your books. Every Irish book was banned in England.
But Dinny, here's the best part of it. It was all a fucking game because it's De Valera's Irish. It's not the actual native language that was spoken here.
Yeah, Mayoga, Atisha Moga. Don't even like cara.
It's De Valera's Irish, and it's got a lot more Warden than the original language because it was bastardized into contract languages, into Warden, and it's the English Irish.
Fuck off, Leeds.
The original language of the Gaels is Warden in it that would trace back older to the original language of the Gaels that was spoke all over Britain, France, Ireland, and a hell of a lot of other places, Spain and all that. There's an older language, so there is.
Actually, Paul, the Gaels actually conquered Ireland, slaughtered the Irish, and took over Ireland. Do you know that? You should know that in your history about the Gaels. I think you know what the Gaels did with Ireland. It was like, actually, Paul, you're talking about the Gaels. The Gaels actually slaughtered the Irish.
The Gaels, which was you're talking during the Celtics, the Celtic era.
Yeah, you got the Celtics as well. You got the Vikings. They also slaughtered the Gaels. But what happened to the Gaels was, which I support 100%. When they took over the Irish, they became Irish.
There's a lot of history that they're teaching us. That's a lot of shite. There's a system that lasted. Rome, before Rome ever existed, there was the Church of Isa, and under that sat the High King Pope.
The Vikings and the Gaels. Don't forget them.
Hang on. This is long before them. Long before fucking any of them existed. There was a civilization that from that centre point out here in Tara and County Meath, where the solstice now in a couple of days' time is very important out there. Under that sat the High King.
But the Omega Iceland.
Yeah, under him sat under the High King Pope was the Magi priests. And the Magi priests are the ones that went around the world sailing. They're the ones that actually learned about sailing and stuff like that. They're the ones that went around the world. They're the constructors of all the great buildings around the world, from the North Americas all the way over to Africa, to Europe, and all the way over to the pyramids. It's the Magi priests.
And
the Magi priests. They will teach you all the bollocks that they come from Samaria and everywhere else. But if you look back into Irish history, and there's a good book there, it's called The Chronicles of Drogheda, and that'll mention the word Magi and the kings and the importance of Tara.
The kings? What about Paul, what about King Donoghu?
The which?
King Donoghu.
I wouldn't know an awful lot about the individual kings. I was too busy.
You know about Glen Columkill?
Yeah.
Well, his ancestors were King Donoghu.
Yeah. Well, look, a lot of them.
You can talk about Irish history forever, but I'm telling you, the Gaels were not friends of the Irish. The Gaels came to slaughter the Irish. They came to slaughter the Irish, Paul.
What happened then after the construct? There was a construct of civilization that was created and trade. When they're talking about your Sumerians and your Phoenicians and all them, they were actually our Magi priests that created them structures. They were actually the ones that created the construction, usury and everything else. And that all traces back over to here, so it was. And that the whole system lasted for over 2,000 years of civilization and trade going throughout all the world. And it's only when the Roman construct started, which was the three individual churches called Rome, with the two in France and one in Italy, three powerful families. And I'm not fully sure of the whole story, if it was, what do you call it, we call them dissident magi priests that pass on knowledge or whatever it was. But they started a structure that became Rome as it is today. And it took them a couple of thousand years to overtake the old structure, which they call the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages was the golden era, the golden ages in Ireland. The Greeks and all that speak about the great philosophers and everything else. They all come over here.
And the Spanish, Paul. Spanish.
Well, absolutely. Look, the Spanish is well tied in. You see, this is what happened then, and the Spanish were a big part of it. And after the civilization that did exist was fallen off after 2,000 years, Rome hadn't got men of higher learning at the time. So it took them a long time to learn the structure and all the teachings that was going on over here at the time through infiltration. When they did come into power, then the Spanish were used. The Spanish converted over into Roman Catholic. They were part of the old system over here, so it was like Christianity. And it's Billy McGuire's information ties in with this as well, but he doesn't go into certain stuff. Billy McGuire's family runs into Magi's as well. You see, there's an awful lot going on.
Yeah, Billy McGuire, yeah.
So there's an awful lot going on here. So the whole structure of today actually runs deep into over here, and what people, it wasn't pagans, you see. When they refer to the pagans are people that was outside of the Roman structure, that did not believe in the Roman fucking church. It was the old system of the Christianity, and there was no such thing as pagan fucking stabbing animals and all this bullshit and all that. They believed that they were being taught about the sun, the moon, the stars, astrology, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a highly advanced civilization of knowledge, and it was about teaching. When Rome came along, it was to suppress the knowledge. But what Rome done, they converted or mirror imaged everything of the old structure, and the old language, the original language that was spoken everywhere, they converted it into Latin. Latin is a bastardized dog language itself, so it is. And that's a dog language of the original languages. So they bastardized it into that. Spain then...
But Paul, that's where the language English come out of. It's Spanish, Latin, and I think French.
No,
English is not a language.
No,
you know English is not a language.
Angle. It comes from angle.
English, right? The English language comes from
English is not a language. English is not a language.
There's the fucking Irish.
There was French.
Yeah, Irish is a language, Jason.
Hang on.
English is not a language. He's not. Here he goes, fucking Jason, getting on his high horse. I'm not putting English down. It's fact.
The same thing. No, that's a fact.
English is not a language.
No, aren't you? Don't matter whether I like it or not. You are.
No, Jason. You're getting angry.
Germanic language.
Can I say
English
something?
Is not a language,
English
Paul.
is a language.
No. It's a lingo.
No, it is a language, but it's a bastardized language, a language of contracts, wording of contracts. But it is a language because it was constructed into a language that we all speak today and we can all understand. But the only difference is because it's a bastardized constructed language, because there's many words in there that relate to other languages. And you see, when they converted it, it's different levels of grammar of the English.
Yeah.
Which we have common English, pidgin English, broken English. Then there's the hierarchy stuff that they all speak and all that. So we speak all the language of slaves, the contract language, common English, because we're not taught anything else. And that's why they're teaching that language, pushing that language all over the world. But because it is a language,
you'd love this.
But it is a language. But come here, Webby, I just said that the Irish language that people call Irish is a bastardized language as well. So I'm saying that as well about even with the Irish language. And even before that was everybody spoke French. And that was the law was in French.
Is it not classed as Gaelic?
Oh, there's Webby. But the language. Fucking Jason thinks we're having a dig at him. We're not. We're not talking about the.
No, I know. You're talking out your arses. Are you
I'm
saying
not telling her ass. You're telling your fucking ass.
You're saying English is not a language, yet it's
It's not.
by 3/4
It's
of
not.
fucking globe.
It's not. Shut up, Leeds.
No, it is a language, but it's just a style of language that it
No,
is.
it's not a language. It's a lingo.
It's Anglo.
English is broken up from Spanish, French,
Anglo-Saxon.
Latin,
Look, it's
and
English.
Romanish. Romanish is a
All over
language.
the world. How do you fucking
Gaelic is a language.
3/4 of the globe speaks fucking English. People
Oh,
don't
shut up,
speak
you.
English. It's a natural language. Usually learn to speak English. That's not. You're not telling me that's not a language.
What should I have for my supper, Denny?
It's a lingo.
Jason, there was a language before Shakespeare. What way did
I know
English
they were. I
people
know. Ye olde and all that bollocks.
Listen, the Queen.
The English language comes from Germanic, which comes from Aryan. Most languages come from Aryan.
The King of England used to speak French only, and you had to leave.
Yeah, it did.
Because we got invaded
French
by
only.
66.
French only. See, Jason's getting
William the Conqueror, William Duke of Normandy. That's where all.
It's only a fucking lingo, yes.
Comes from.
Good evening,
your
Paul.
queen and fuck your crown. How's that?
I'm not talking about.
Good evening, Paul.
I don't give a fuck about crown. I'm talking about the language. You're
Yes.
talking about right.
Yeah, I haven't got a language.
French invaded in 1066 and
1066, William the fucking Conqueror. That old cunt.
But it was French, and so we had French laws imposed upon us, which
Oh,
we've kept.
listen, history and
Anyway,
politics.
Webby's with us. What do you want to
Webby.
say? Webby.
Good
come
evening.
away.
Webby, how's your sex
Come
life?
away, Webby. Can you not fucking shut up?
Fuck off.
Is that Leeds? He never shuts up.
What? Well, I just ask Webby just to move away from his mic a little bit, and then go on. Say something, Webby, please, for fuck's sake.
You want me to move away from my mic?
Yeah, just a bit. It's just really, really loud.
Is that any better?
That's
Take
low-
out your ass, Webby.
No worries. It took me fucking ages. I was trying to get it on my phone, and it just kept saying I'm backstage, but obviously nothing happened. I don't know what you want me to talk about, but if we're talking about those languages there. The Aryan language, the Aryan race, which is most of the Caucasian type European languages, Germanic, French, what Dinny's all talking about, all comes back from that one language. You know, we've all branched out.
Can I butt in, mate? Can I butt in? Exactly. That's where they pick the laws at their languages and they put it into English to put them into law. Correct or not correct?
Sorry, Dinny, for a second. You asked Webby if you could interrupt just for a second, but you didn't let him answer.
That's why I butted in, you prick.
So, do you mind him butting in, Webby?
Do I ever have any option?
No.
Oh, come on, for fuck's sake, calm down. Webby,
Fucking
hell, you kick
Webby,
me off
can I
now.
butt in?
Fucking hell, Webby. I'm not fucking saying fuck all.
Go on then. Go on, Denny.
Webby, is that not what the laws were made up through the English language?
The civil law, commercial law, is being made through the English language and patented, which is military court rules, which is global. Yeah,
So where did the English language come from?
It comes from Germanic, from French, and from the Aryans. If you go back. You go back through all the etymology of all languages, the vast majority of them come from the Aryans.
You go back further than that to the own language.
What was
in the
that?
beginning, there was the
So
own
they made up
language.
English law through different languages. They decided to make up their own language, English, to make laws. Correct, Webby?
No, not necessarily. The English.
I'm not thinking this. So sorry for butting in, by the way. I'll shut up now.
Fucking in your fucking face today. Go on, Webby.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jason. Shut up.
Calm down. Come on.
Right, no,
Sorry,
the English
Webby.
language.
Sorry, Webby. Sorry.
He even interrupted you when he was fucking apologising to interrupting you.
Right,
Webby. Tell them all to shut up.
Right, the English language has developed over the years from Germanic. We've seen we've seen those languages spread out through Europe and all the changes. We take our language basically from Germanic and French. That's where our language, as what we say is English, seems to come from. But when you take it back further, all these races, it doesn't matter what language it's coming from. The massive majority, and I'm taking 80, 90% of languages have all been adapted from Aryan. Now, when you talk about Aryan, you talk about blonde-haired, blue eyes. Well, we saw these blonde-haired, blue eyes in Ethiopia. We saw these blonde-haired, blue eyes in Egypt. We've seen them everywhere. So people have got to at least be humble enough to think, hey, there may be something else that I need to look into and find out about this, because it's not all straightforward. There's nothing straightforward about this. With the English language and the law, what you're talking about, Denny, is English. The English language was patented and sold through civil law, which is military martial law courts.
No. Can I say something there, Webby? When you're right there about the blonde hair and the blue eyes.
Yes or no, Webby?
You trace that through all the cultures and races and the language. You'll also find that when they describe them people, that they're all tall, long hair, and they beards.
English is not a language; it's a law.
Oh,
How does that suit you, Webby?
So you're speaking law now, are you?
Jason, what's wrong with you, man? Would you shut up?
I'm just saying, you're talking nonsense.
I'm not talking nonsense.
You are. You're saying English is not a language; it's a law. So what I just said to you is, you're speaking.
They have taken the other languages and put them into their own laws. No, it doesn't matter. Webby, let's go back to Bills of Exchange.
Look, Dinny, it don't matter that you ain't got an answer. You know, you're surrounded by people who love you here. You know, it's not. You know, just because you can't get an answer, it's fine. We all love you.
Let's keep it friendly, shall we?
It's friendly. I thought we were doing like a fucking one of them an intervention. I thought we were doing an intervention on Dinny, because he thinks that he's speaking for all the time.
Well, it's fucking fuck off.
No, it's Webby, but he doesn't know.
No,
Webby hasn't a clue what he's talking about.
It's me and I don't know what.
English is not a language. End of.
Excuse me, my show.
All right, brat. You fucking brat.
He's threatening us again.
I'm not threatening you.
I know. Leeds, what's he like? He'll probably kick us out next.
I know.
I'm not as bad as Andy were, though, am I? Eh?
Who?
Andy never kicked me out. You've kicked me out loads of times.
What did you think to Bright?
Well, I've had my own little run-in with Bright. Basically, when he wanted to keep shouting over me that I wasn't a Christian, and how can he? You know, I mean, we can all debate religion and shite like that. We can all do that, but the factor is, nobody can tell me what their version of what I went through and my baptism of fire or whatever it is you want to call it. Nobody can tell me what I went through wasn't life-changing, and those experiences changed me. Now, people might have their own interpretation of that, but it still doesn't fit with mine because only I can tell what I felt. Nobody can tell me what I feel. Nobody can tell me what I believe or what I went through. So it was a completely life-changing experience for me. 3 years ago, I can state I was saved. I don't know how to explain that to people who would want to investigate that further, for the simple reason that I don't know myself. I've always known there was something after this life. I was doing mediumship. I was good at it. I was asked to go around spiritual churches to give messages to people. So the people that I gave messages to were really receptive and really happy with the messages that I gave them. So I was always on a path to look for something more. And I always came back to scripture because one of the first things my mum bought me when I was a kid, when I'd started school, was a big Bible of children's pictures and stuff like that. So it was like, it was a Bible, but it was all pictures and it was colours and it was interesting to me. So I always went back to scripture, and I've never had anybody tell me what scripture meant. So I've stumbled across it myself, and it was that hammer blow that hits you in. It punches you in the mouth and kicks you in the balls at the same time, and something changes. That change I cannot explain well enough or articulate it well enough to people to go, I understand what you're talking about, because all of that was want. I wanted to believe, but wanting to believe and believing, when you put your head on the pillow at night, you actually know the difference. You might not be able to articulate it, but you might want to believe in something, but there's something there. There's a doubt that says, hey, come on, that's not... Hang on, let me finish. So you can't get to that point, and then all of a sudden something happens to you that gives you something that I can't articulate, but it's given me something that I know has changed me fundamentally. I am not the same man I was 3 years ago, and 20 years ago. I am not that cunt. So all I can tell you is it's about growth. It's about where your path is. You know, you might want to believe in, we had Tom Cruise ranting and raving about people wearing masks and social distancing. This is a guy who believes an entity stored aliens in a volcano and blew it up and created the human race in Scientology. So we've all got our beliefs. It's just it's what strikes it with you.
Just Webby, I know Leeds.
Hang on. Can I ask you?
I was just bringing you in, and you have to fucking jump in before I even do it. For fuck's sake.
Leeds. Tell him to fucking shut the fuck up and speak your mind.
No, I was just about to bring Leeds in. I was just about to. I got me.
Well, shut up then.
Listen, I've got my own question, and I want to bring Leeds in because I know that he tried to interrupt a certain part. So we're going to bring him in first, and then then Leeds interrupts me.
Oh,
Leeds,
for fuck's sake, shut up.
Say that to Paul. You say it to Paul, and let's be real. Let's be real about it.
Let's be real.
Fuck off, Dinner.
I just wanted to know. I wanted to know, how did he feel before he had the change?
Frustrated. Frustrated. I understood the concept of scripture, but I wanted. Because the Bible and Scripture is basically law, I read it and interpret it the same way as when I'm studying law. Well, if I'm complicated and it's not simple, then I believe in law, then I'm not correct. I also use that when I...
What made you... Can you describe what made you change from thinking this to thinking that?
No, listen. What Leeds? Let me just say something to you.
I want to know, Jason.
Leeds,
I don't
let me say
understand.
something to you, right? Webby, we're just going through that, right? Okay.
Oh, for
We were going
fuck's
through exactly what it were. And I think you sort of jumped in halfway. That's all I'm going to say. So,
All right.
Go on, Webby. What you were saying? You were talking about how you
What do you mean go on, Webby?
what you were 10 years ago.
When all this kicked off for me with the law stuff and everything, I was doing mediumship. I was doing readings for people, and the day before my first legal letter from court landed, I had 3 people to do readings for. I never charged for people because it was just an interest of mine, but I got nothing. With these 3 people, there was absolutely nothing that I got from. It was like somebody had turned a switch off. That's when the legal stuff started. That's when I started to study law. That's where I started to break down. That's where I saw everything that I had materially that my mum and dad had died for to give me. I saw it was all being stolen. So all I was doing was breaking down and breaking down and breaking down. You yourself, Jason, know that I was going through a lot with alcohol. I was drinking heavily because I couldn't cope with the effects of learning. Basically everything that I'd ever learned was either lies, not truth, but lies with truth. There was a lot breaking down. So 4 years ago, I started where I was coming home from work and I was going to bed, and I was dreaming vividly, and I have a lot of vivid dreams. And for the best part of 6 months, when I went to sleep, I was fighting in my sleep. I'd gone from attending court and saying, I put it to you, I'd gone to fighting against Israelis. I don't know why they're Israelis. It might be something for you to think about, Jason. But I was fighting against Israelis. I could feel the gun I was firing. I could smell the acrid smoke. I was waking up with bruises where I was leaning on rubble, and I couldn't explain these bruises. It was just a very weird time for me. And then one morning at 4:10, a voice said to me, "It is done." And I opened my eyes and I said, that was Jesus. And then I lay there for another 2 hours before I went to work thinking, what does that mean? Why would I say that? I've never had that before.
Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that, Paul?
Leeds, don't be cheeky.
That's terrible.
Hang on a minute. What the fuck?
When you say, do you really believe that part? That's something that he is telling us that he experienced. So of course he's going to believe it.
But I'm not disrespecting Webby whatsoever. But I just wonder what changed his mind from that to that.
It doesn't. There's nothing.
It does to me. I'm asking the question. It does to me.
There is nothing that can change your mind.
How the fuck can you be lying in a bed? How the fuck can you be lying in a bed in Lee, near Manchester? How the fuck can you be lying in a bed even thinking about fucking Israel? I didn't even know what Israel was. You know, probably at Webby's age. How the fuck did Israel come into your mind, Webby? Were you watching a lot of stuff about Israel? How did Israel come into your dreams, buddy?
No, well, Israel's the centre of it.
Webby, mate, just before you answer that, I'd just like to say I've never spoken on Israel, so I don't know what you're talking about.
How the fuck? Right. Well, if I can finish my story.
Sorry, I'll shut up. Dinny, shut up.
How the fuck can you be dreaming about fucking Israel, man?
Dinny, shut up.
Okay.
that's the whole point.
It is the point. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Leave him now, Dennis. Shut up. In fact, I'm going to mute you, you cunt.
Don't mute me.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Wait, that was the whole point to this, Leeds. I haven't. If you wanted it in chronological order and you wanted it to make sense, then if I could do that, I'd be able to put it in bulletin points for you. What happened with me was, and I've always known there's something after this life. I've always known about Jesus and the scriptures, and I understood what the gospel said, which was basically that, Jesus came to give us a chance to get out of this fucking evil world, because the path to destruction is very wide, but the path to salvation is very narrow, and the only way is through Jesus. Well, I understood the concept, but I didn't get the feeling. I didn't believe. That was the difference. It was as basic as, it's dark in this room, I turn a light switch on, I can see. That was the difference. So what it did was, I was, as I said, I was fighting this war. I knew it was Israelis. I don't know why it was.
Would you say, let me just say, because I've turned all rest of them off, because they're all fucking rowdy bastards. So it's just me and you now, Webby. But did you see that as a stepping stone, or did you see that as the root of what your belief system should be in future?
When I look at it now and I try and analyse it and put it all back, I've always known that the Middle East is the key to what the spiritual battle is. This has never been, even before I believed, it was never a physical battle. It's always been spiritual. It just plays out as physical. And when you're caught in the middle of that physical battle, where people are taking your property, where police are breaking in, where police are trying to arrest you and do things to you, and you know in law that they can't do this, but the system is just basically doing that. That was like tidal wave after tidal wave after tidal wave, and it was like, what is it? What can I do in this? And am I just like, am I this little pissant thing that has no effect on anything unless I get other people to believe? And I couldn't grasp it. And it was the drink, it was everything that was coming. Are you sure though it would? Are you sure? I know the drink doesn't help. I know. Believe me, I've been through it with you. You know I've been through it with you. There's no chance that on a Friday night that I'd be doing a show at this time and I'd still be awake. Okay, a few months ago, but back when me and you were doing shows together. So I do understand that, but what I'm going to do, and please forgive me, but I'm going to fucking unplug these cunts in a minute so that they can have their bit. Yeah, they can have their. Can I finish the story? Can I finish the ending before you do?
Yes, you can. Yeah, go on. You finish the story, because if you don't finish it,
exactly, I'll never get a chance to once you fucking unleash these. Basically, what happened was, when that voice happened, I lay there for 2 hours before I went to work, and I'm going, I don't get that. Why would that happen? Why? So I went to work, and it stayed with me all day.
What sort of tone did this voice take? Would you be able to? I can't give you an accent or anything like that. It was just a voice, as if I walked up to you when you was in bed, and you might not be quite asleep but not awake. It was as if I walked up to you and whispered in your ear, "It is done." And when I heard those words, "It is done," I opened my eyes, and obviously I was in my bedroom, and I went, that was Jesus. And then as soon as I said those words, they weren't out loud, but as soon as I said those words, it was like, what does that mean?
That's never happened to me before. It was a completely different situation that just got me thinking, and I couldn't understand it. So, because with all the mediumship and knowing that there's something after this life without knowing what that was, I thought, what should I do? And I thought about it all day. And the thing that came to me was to read Revelations. And when I read the book of Revelations, it messed with my head. It started to get me to ask questions of myself that I'd never asked before. And from that, I decided to read the gospel. And when I read the gospel, again, it comes down to, for me, it comes down to the simplicity. If it's not simple, it's not correct. What was the simple message of the gospel? It was believe that God manifested through his son Jesus to give you an out of this world. If you believe that, it doesn't matter how many good works you've done. If you don't believe that, you can't be saved. And that was the basics of it. And when I read that, Jason, and this is where I can't articulate this any further, when I read that, my heart changed, and I knew I wasn't the same man I wasn't before that. And that's the best way I could put it. And it's probably not good enough for anybody.
No, but as long as it's good enough for you, because my particular experience is completely different. But it resonates with me just as much as yours does with you. You know, I've had like fucking incidences where I've been told things in dreams, and I've been able to get out of my fucking bed in dreams and go through people's houses. In fact, I think she's asleep. I can't hear her snoring. But I once came out of my bedroom and went over and had a look at another woman that lives down the street. But to everyone it's different. To everyone it's different. Right, I'm going to unmute everybody, with the exception of Paul Cotty, because he muted himself. There you go. I'll mute him anyway. Well, he muted himself. So what do you think, guys? I mean, what's your end game, gap? Really, I mean, I'm not talking about an end game for all of us, but I mean, just individually, what do you think your end game is? Because I think that's what people are going to end up in, is whatever they believe the next thing is. Leeds.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking Webby. I don't understand how we can go from kind of what we believe to then being.
I'm not religious. That's the difference.
It's not about It's not about that. Look, no. Listen, it's not about that. It's not about that, Leeds.
Is God going to save the world, Webby? Is God going to save the world, Webby?
No. No, the world's going to be judged.
No, we're going to save the world.
Hang on, Jason. You on the mics were supposed to ask fucking questions, okay?
Yeah, but you're asking. But what you're doing is you're asking Webby.
I'm asking you.
No, you're asking Webby as if he's in some sort of organised.
Speak to Webby now.
No, he's not. It's not in an organised religion, is it?
No.
Right. Okay. So he's not in.
Can I ask a question now?
So if you're asking him if God is going to say, go on then.
I didn't fucking ask you.
Fuck's sake.
He didn't know, did he? He didn't.
Yes. Fucking hanging
Come
about.
on, Webby.
Hang on a minute. Webby, is God going to save the world then?
No, God's going to judge the world. The world's going to be judged. We're all going to be. We will all be judged, and it's not about just good works. But it doesn't matter. You're asking my opinion, so I'll give you my opinion. My opinion now is different.
It's different. Got Jason's opinion, so fucking. Of course, I'm asking you. Sorry, I shouldn't have put that dig in. Jason will hate that. Sorry, Webby. Go on ahead, mate. Sorry, Webby. Go on ahead. So God's going to save the world. That was the question. Now shut up, you lot. Put Jason on ignore.
Come on, Webby.
I've no idea where I'm up to. Who's talking here now? Was there a question?
I'm asking you a question, Webby. Is God?
What was the question? If it's about God, is God going to save this world? No. God has judged this world. We're going to judge ourselves. Right, in my opinion, we are going to be in a position where the truth will come out about this world. There's going to be a lot of people who will feel very foolish about certain things that is happening in this world. If it's so in depth and so deep, there's so many levels to it. You could do 3-4 shows just on this. But if you're asking me from where I come from, well, I come from where I've always known there's something other than this world, be it spiritual, be it dimensional, whatever. What I don't accept is intergalactic aliens. What I will take is there's dimensional beings that influence us, and we've actively searched for these people. If you go back to the Middle Ages, 1500s, 1600s, John Dee, Francis Bacon, all them are talking about speaking with other spirits, right? We don't know what these spirits were, and we can only go off from where they've gone with this, that it's not godly, it's not good, it's dark. And everything that is aimed at this reality is dark. It's from people not being lent money, that people not understanding the actual system they're in. That's a physical system that can be proved, but people will defend and block that and argue against it and even kill to defend it. So when somebody comes along and says that I've been
nobody's arguing against it.
They are. Everybody does.
Who?
Everybody. You argue against it. You do, don't you?
How?
You do. You argue against everything. You give an option and then you give the alternative. Instead of an understanding of where you're at. You want to get an understanding, and I get it. So, Vinny, you ask a lot of questions. But where is your standing on everything or anything? Only you know that.
Yeah.
And maybe you couldn't articulate that.
No, let's not argue amongst ourselves. That's ridiculous. Let's not argue amongst ourselves.
I'll mute myself.
Look, I understand completely what Webby's saying. I really do. I do. And if you want to read that into scriptures, then that's your position.
I asked him a question though, Jez, and I want to know. I really and I seriously want to know what made him change from.
But I told Leeds, I told you the only way I can articulate this is that for 10 years I've gone through a grieving process where everything I've been taught as lies, and it ground me down to a point where I was drinking abusively, binge drinking, where
Leeds.
Where everything was going wrong, my life was falling apart, where I was people couldn't get hold of me, so they were turning up at my house at 7:10 in the morning and picking me up off the bathroom floor, and the first words out my head was, "Your gas is free." You're not in a good place. You're in a very, very bad place. And I had to lose everything materially, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and that is when I was picked up. And I can only tell you what happened. Those words, me reading Revelations, me reading the gospel, it changed my heart. So from wanting to believe, I knew. But I can't give people that. You have to work through this yourself. It's not about doing good things for good people.
I think what Webby's saying here is the way that he went through it and the way that he's dealing with it is not the way for everybody.
I don't think there is a way. There isn't a certain way, Jason. It's the same with you. How could I have? How would I have handled it with my leg? Would it have been better than you? Would it have been worse than you? Would I have killed myself by now? But here you are, with all the tribulations, with all the falling down an embankment, with falling out the chair, with all the drink. You're still here, mate. I might not have been. Leeds might not have been. It's all about you. That's all that this is. It's about your.
What I'm trying to say is Webby, is that when you get that revelation,
yeah,
it's different for everybody.
Yes.
Totally.
That's what I was trying to make.
As long as people are all going in the same direction and wanting the same things, then we're going to be fucking winning anyway. Whether it were fucking God or it were fucking Ken Barlow that put you onto this.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think we can all do good things. I think there's a lot of people who are really, really good people. But if you look at scripture, and I'm not saying religion, because Catholicism is not Christianity, but if you look at scripture and study it yourself and look at what the words say, that isn't exactly how you can be saved. But I knew that.
How can you be saved then? I mean, you're talking about Catholicism. How can you be saved? Can you be saved by bumming a kid or what?
No. Well, the thing is, if you read scripture, if you do anything to children, you've already earned your place in hell. You've already earned your place in the pit, in the fire, whatever you want to call it.
What about all these fucking priests then? What about these people that have put these...
Exactly, they're not saved. They're not saved, mate. They're not saved.
They were going to go to this place, and they thought, right, well, I'm going to go there anyway.
Well, if you look at Anton LaVey, he wrote the Satanic Bible. He did he put everything in place with all the Satanism stuff on his deathbed as he was passing, which is meant to be one of the most glorifying things for a Satanist when they do all the rituals and they pass over. And the last words that he stated was, "There's something not right here. This is all wrong." And then he passed. So, no, I don't believe that people who are priests, who go to confession, who do good deeds, no, I don't believe that they will just automatically be saved. There's more to it than that. But I can only give you my opinion.
What do you believe you've got to do to be saved?
You have to believe that God manifested into this world through his son. You have to believe that. If you don't believe that, it doesn't matter how much good you do. That's what scripture seems to indicate to me. It's not about people.
Paul Cotty, go on, Paul Cotty. What?
No, I agree a lot with Webby. Now, I wouldn't be religious myself, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't be into God, but I relate with a lot with what Webby's saying in a different aspect, if that makes any sense. Positivity in life is going to be positivity afterwards. Negativity is going to be negative afterwards.
Yes.
Well, you're a cunt or you're not a cunt. Simple as that. Paul, you're a cunt or you're not a cunt.
The which? What was that, Denny?
Either you're a cunt or you're not a cunt. Simple as that. I'm not a cunt.
But
it's simple as fucking that. Simple as fucking that.
People know
you're a person or you're a bad person. Either you lie or you don't lie.
Fucking right.
Nobody tells me what to fucking do. I don't fucking lie. I've no reason to fucking lie.
Doesn't
Either you
mean
got people or you don't. Either you steal or you don't. I don't need any God or anybody to
You're a
say,
bad man or
you
you're
know
not.
that.
That's it. You're a bad man or you're not.
Leeds. Let me just say, but can't you respect somebody who wraps that all up into a single thing and sticks it into like the present under the tree? Is that you know people don't do this, don't do that, and don't do other, but because you understand what I mean? If you don't,
I respect Webby. I just
I do as well.
completely.
Either you're a cunt or you're not a cunt. Simple as that.
Webby's not a cunt, is he? So
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Webby's a
so
fucking sound lad. He's a sound lad.
I just wanted to know what made him change from going from being, this
I
to
told
that.
you that about 4 fucking times.
But it's quite deep, though, Jason.
He's told you. No, listen to me. He's told you. He's gone through his demons like we have, right?
Yeah.
He's gone through his demons, and then when he's got through his demons, he's had this. I don't know.
Revelation.
I don't want to say epiphany because it sounds.
It sounds like an epiphany, doesn't it?
That's experienced it, but he's had this other new feeling, something that you haven't had, and
I know, but I want to know. I want him to tell me what happened
But
to
I
him.
can't tell you.
That's the point. Yeah, you're spot on, Jace. I can't. It's impossible to articulate because.
But you understand that, don't you, Webby? I'm not.
Yes, I do. I do, but I searched.
What made you change from there to there?
I lost everything. I lost everything. I had nothing else.
You're asking for a solution for something.
I know I am. I'm asking him for a solution that he can't give me.
The problem that is yours.
I know.
You're asking him to do it for you. I can't.
At least I can ask him, Jace.
No,
Leeds,
let him ask his question, Jason.
Leeds, let me ask you a couple of questions. Have you read the Bible?
Yes.
Wait, all of it?
No.
Right. What have you read of the Bible? What scriptures?
Well, I started it and then I went to end.
Okay, so you started with Genesis, when there was giants in the earth in those days. That's brilliant, that. Without looking at the Book of Enoch, you won't understand what Genesis is. Yet the Book of Enoch was never canonized.
Well, it's missing, isn't it?
No, it's not missing. It's there. It's just it wasn't canonized because if the Catholics when the Catholics realized that the Book of Enoch would start telling people that the sons of God had taken wives of men and had children with them, which created giants, men of renown, where we now see femur bones that were 6 We now see femur bones that were 6 foot tall. That's just a femur bone. So come on, Webby man, you need to open your mind a bit, didn't
No,
simple.
Are you religious, Jay?
I'm saying fuck all, man. Webby, I seriously think if either you're good or you're bad. Simple as that.
That's rubbish. It's rubbish. Honestly, it really is rubbish. You could be a really, really good person. You will not be saved.
What makes you better than other people, Webby?
No, nothing.
What makes you
What a stupid fucking question that is. That is
what a
fucking
stupid question. That's not a stupid
What a
question.
retarded question that is. It makes me fucking better. What a knobhead. Makes me fucking better. It offends me, that.
Right,
Come on.
Fuck me.
Don't go. I'm muting you all.
Yeah, can I ask a question? Well, from my belief now, I'm looking for the Old Testament, so I am. And my belief with the Bible is Genesis actually is the law. So it's all about the law structure. And what there's a lot of sacred geometry and stuff within the Bible. It's but what it's revelation. What's that? Revelations. Revelations. Can you explain a bit more about that? Because that's a very important thing within the structure, and I know that because a very wise man that I learned a lot from over here, and he used to be on the radio years ago, and he talks about it a lot, and that was a man called Mr. T. So it is a very important thing, and I just don't understand it so much. So that's why I'm asking about that part of it.
Do you know what, Paul? That's a great question. It's a great question. Have you read Revelations yourself?
No.
Then I'm telling you, take your time, go and find a moment when you feel right and read Revelations, because I cannot tell you what Revelation means, because Revelation is yours. If those words speak to you, if the words of God speak to you, they will fuck with you. You will ask questions. That's what happened to me. Questions that I never asked. Questions I never asked of myself. Blatantly, I were virtually stood there naked, looking at myself and going, fucking hell, I've never asked that. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's all I had was questions. But the revelation started to join dots. And when you know about this world, when you know about all the connections with the symbology, with the agenda that runs this world, it joins dots. Revelation spoke to me in my head. When that started to fuck with me, I went to the gospel. That spoke to my heart, and it changed me. And that is as best as I can put it. It was the fuckery of everything, Paul.
From my own understanding on certain things and around Revelations, and what you're actually saying is we do have to forgive an awful lot within ourselves for anything to change within the world.
It's all about us. It's all about us, Paul. It's all about us and the relationship that we have with that Creator.
I know my journey is about me, not anybody else. I'm only out here chatting about the experience in life and what I learn as we go along and that. But I know it's my journey, and it's up to me to stay positive and positivity around me. And positivity by knowing right and wrong.
Stay true to yourself and tell the fucking truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell the fucking truth.
No, you're right there, Denny. Stay true to yourself.
Tell the fucking truth as well. Speak your fucking truth. You know something like him with Jason, funny enough.
But you must know the difference.
You know something like with Jason, Paul.
Yeah, you can tell. You can stay true to yourself.
He speaks his fucking mind.
You can stay true to yourself, but you still have to you still have to know right and wrong. But it's within our actions. Everything.
We're all good men here, aren't we? We're all good men.
What I'm saying is, it's all about within our actions, because it's actions that hurt people, not words. It's actions that give us positivity.
Exactly, Paul. Actions speak bigger than words. And I like people who tell the truth and cut out the fucking acting and be your fucking self. And it's one thing Jason told me fucking years ago. Went down to visit my son in Spain. I'll never forget it. He says to me, just be your fucking self. I'll never forget that, funny enough.
Again, absolutely, be yourself.
I'll never forget that,
Jason. Again, I could throw in Webby's part there. Again, be yourself. But some of us could be... Sorry?
Sorry, I was going to say... Denny, he got me back, and then he said, Jason, go back to your wife. And that's what I did. And there we go. So, as much as he thinks I owe him, he owes me more. But go on, what were you saying, Paul?
I was going to say I could bring that back to Revelations, because we have to know our true self. Because... Again, we have to look at our past, and I could look at my past where maybe I was not doing things that was positive in life and positive way of life. and you have to get rid of all that. So I believe that's where revelations would come into all that. So being true to yourself, speaking the truth, and all that kind of stuff, as Denny's saying, yes. But some of us, even within that, are we true? Do we know ourselves? For starters, as I said, the Bible is a law book, and it actually speaks about man and fiction. So revelations fit in there. Be true to yourself. You must know yourself, not the fiction. And
it's because the Bible teaches you. The Bible teaches you about the fiction. The Bible teaches you about Lucifer being professor at law. It teaches you that this system allows us to agree to everything.
Webby, when God created man in his own image, now you see, God didn't create man in God's image. He created man in his own image. That means he created the fiction. And that's what they're explaining to you there.
I reckon that's a debatable point, but it's a good point, Paul.
Webby, do you believe the Bible to be true, or is it literal? Is it?
Is a book, Leeds?
It's metaphorical, isn't it?
I think there's a lot.
Is it true, or is it?
I think there is more literal in the Bible than what we think, but it is metaphorical because there's a lot of parables, a lot of hyperboles. You know, it's not all.
Would you?
Webby, it is. It's same as every fucking single one. I mean,
Webby, would you agree that George Orwell's book would be a Bible?
No.
Which one?
Which one? 1984. Another one.
No.
Animal Farm, was it? No, who wrote Animal Farm?
He did write Animal Farm.
Yeah. But Webby, I agree with you, brother. Listen, don't be getting fucking nasty with me. I tell the truth, I do the best I can fucking do, mate.
No,
and so do I.
I don't need a Bible. I don't need a Bible or a God telling me what to fucking do.
No, that's up to you, that.
No, you see, you're going again.
Yeah, mind your neck in. I don't think Webby's all Webby's been doing, right?
He's fucking pushing the fucking
defending his fucking belief of what he believes from the Bible, and that's his fucking right. Right?
Yeah, it is his right. Perfectly. It's my right to speak my fucking truth as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
right.
It's the truth. But you didn't fucking then start fucking having to go at Webby. So
he's not doing it.
I'm not having to go at Webby.
Right, I'm telling you what.
I'm not having to go at fucking Webby.
I'm giving you all fucking 2 minutes apiece to say what you want. Go on, Super Leeds, apart, unless you Father fucking Christmas. Like, a few days before. Super Leeds, couple of minutes. What did you say?
Just, if I don't speak to anyone again, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't do that. Don't do that.
Fucking Christmas, I'm not a pagan.
Again, you're going to be all right.
Speaking to you fuckers makes me feel like fucking hanging myself.
Not speaking to us would fucking make you feel like.
I'm joking, you dick.
Right, so get on with it. Don't go on about that.
All right. So, Merry New Year.
If what happens to you over Christmas, I'm going to fucking come and kick your fucking head in, whether you're alive or dead.
I bet you don't. You won't make it, fucker. You'll fall over. You'll fall over, won't you?
I won't fall over. I'm only drinking tonight because it's Friday.
You will.
It's Friday. I'll come and kick your fucking head in. So don't you.
Jason, that's very rude.
What?
You don't believe in the Bible, you can't. Let the man have his saying. You asked him, now shut up.
Come on then.
There you
No,
go.
Leeds was saying you get
I'm not allowed
butting
to
in.
say fuck all, am I? He's always
You get
bullying me,
butting in.
didn't
Leeds,
he?
tell him to fuck off.
He actually
He's always
said he
bullying me.
didn't believe
No,
in
He's
wait.
always
God.
bullying on you, Leeds. Very rude.
I know. I've done.
He's terrible.
I've done, mate. Your turn, didn't he?
Oh, well, I'm just going to say fuck off. On to Webster.
Did I just say fuck off then, didn't it?
Excuse me, Webster. Don't you be rude. You weren't asked yet. Come on, Jason, it's your show.
I thought it was Dinny. Is that it, Dinny? Is that all you've got to say?
What am I going to say? I mean, what am I going to say? Just state.
What about Paul?
Well, you fucking asked me a question. Stop butting in.
So what are you then, Dinny? What are you? Are you like Catholic or what?
I'm Catholic.
Right then. So what's up with you with scriptures with like Webby and that?
What scriptures?
Well, we're talking about scriptures.
What? Hang on. I don't even know what a fucking scripture is.
Exactly. What's your take on it?
What's my take on what?
Scriptures, Paul. For fuck's
Talking
sake,
to you,
wake up.
Paul. I'm talking to that dickhead, Dinny.
That's all right.
Oh, that joint's good.
Oh, it's clearing his throat. Right, go on. Now, go on.
Scriptures.
Yes.
Paul, get with it.
Yeah.
I thought you said strippers.
Well, you
No,
would.
he said he knew Bible inside out.
Who did?
You did.
Me?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I was lying.
You
Bloody
like
Catholics.
I go to hell. I've got a Bible.
Hey, you just like Pope. Are you fucking Pope, didn't
No, I'm not a kidney fiddler.
Anyway, Paul, go on.
I don't believe in the church anymore. I'm sure Webby doesn't either. I don't believe in the church and all that bullshit anymore. Go down your knees and get up again. I used to do all that.
Do you believe in the Bible, though?
No. It's just a book. I could pick up a David Icke book and read that and be the same.
Wow.
Exactly.
Paul, are you Catholic?
Am I a Catholic? I was born a Catholic, but I'm not into the church at all. So I'm not into the religion end of things. But I am looking for an old King James Bible if anybody wants to point me in the right direction.
What are you just turning to be beating with the fucking?
I mightn't be into religion, but I'm not a stupid man neither, and I do know that the Bible tells a lot.
Like Dinny said, you're a good man or you're a bad man, aren't you?
Actually,
No.
it's not.
No, because the most evangelical people portray themselves as really good people. Joel Osteen, fucking hell.
It's not
Webby. Can you connect the bills of exchange with religion?
Yes, it's called promissory. It's called moneylenders, didn't it? Remember when Jesus lost his temper in the temple? He turned over the money changers' tables. That's usury. That's promissory. That's bills of exchange. So yes.
Well, the best part of it.
It wasn't Jews, were it? It wasn't Jews, were it?
Shut up, ring you fucking Jews.
Hang on a minute. Webby remembers fucking Jesus turning the table over.
He was there, Jace.
No, I just want to know. Is it what is it? Yeah.
He had his Liverpool.
Jesus went to the temple where they were teaching. He found that in the temple courtyard they were selling sheep, they were selling this, they were selling that.
It's written in a book, right? So a boy goes onto the back of a fucking unicorn fucking thing, and it's written in a book. It's written in a book. That's the only problem I've got with it, right? Is that it's written in a book. Now I know that it gives a lot of fucking peace, and it gives a lot. It makes things add up for a lot of people, and for that, I think that it's got value.
Oh, shut up, Neil
Well, you see,
Sanders.
what the message is there? It's about the usury and how they got into the usury system, the banking. Because when Jesus went in and upturned the tables, it was because of taxation. And when he went into the temples were actually the banks, the banking system of the Jews back then. And Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. But what
at the synagogue, they were taking gold in exchange for a token that was worthless in order to worship. That's why he turned the tables over.
It was but it was the banks that you went into.
That's what fucking illusional bullshit you're talking about. Oh crap, you know nothing about.
Well, maybe it's all crap what you're talking, Dinny. That's what I'm saying.
It's all crap.
You asked me, Dinny, what makes me better than you or other people? Nothing. But what makes you better than me for saying this? Nothing. Nothing. Your belief is your belief. And you want your path.
Please, let's not fall out.
No,
Too long in the tooth to fall out.
Listen, Leeds, let's fall out. This is
Yeah, let's fucking fall out then. Fuck them.
Dinny, don't. Come on, we're having a nice conversation.
Oh, shut up, Leeds. This is my fucking show. Shut the fuck up. You sat there. You're like you're like on fucking, on fucking back fucking set of a fucking working men's club or something, or overlooking snooker club.
I was watching snooker earlier, actually.
So,
Maybe there's no fucking religion on this planet will change my mind or my fucking feelings or my fucking whatever. No religion.
And there's no religion that's done that to me either.
Yeah, well, what you believe in? The Bible.
That's a religion, is it? That's a religion.
What's the Bible wrote about? Bills of exchange, is it? What's the Bible wrote about? The bills of exchange?
Are you trying to say that the Bible is about bills of exchange there, didn't it? Because I'm going to go. I'm actually going to go if you're trying to say the Bible is bills of fucking change.
Don't.
Webby?
No, don't.
I'm asking you a question.
That's not a fucking question.
What do you believe?
I'm asking you. I'm asking Dinny.
Shut the fuck
up. Are you seriously bringing up bills of exchange for Bible? We're talking about.
I'm fucking done.
We're talking about.
Webby, don't.
We're talking about this guy's fucking beliefs, right? Now, what he believes is what he's from what he's experienced. Now, if you've got questions about that, then fine, let's have questions about it. But you don't sound like you're asking questions because you want to know answers, because it might help you on your route. It's like you're asking questions because you feel that it's going to undermine the person that's answering them. So, Dinny, can you keep them fucking clear and concise if you've got questions to ask?
Well, I've got no more questions then.
So you got no clear.
No, I'm not going to ask him more questions. He gets fucking angry.
Let's not fall out, for fuck's sake.
He gets fucking angry.
Nobody's angry. Nobody.
Webby gets angry.
No, but Webby's only angry.
Calm down, for fuck's sake.
You're asking him a question that's something that's not.
Yeah, well, what was the question, Jason?
What we're talking about.
What was the question, Jason? I asked him.
Is the bills of exchange related to the Bible?
Yeah, there you go.
I think that.
What came first, the bills of exchange or the Bible?
No.
Sorry.
You said something about the correlation between the bills of exchange and the Bible.
Yes.
Which Webby took exception to, right? If you want to ask Webby about his fucking beliefs and his own spiritual journey, then ask him. But don't.
I'm not arguing. What comes first?
Webby, did you ever go to church as a child?
No.
What?
All right.
In fact, I'll tell you a little story, Leeds.
Were your
I
parents?
went out. No, my mum was a Methodist, as in she brought up as a Methodist at school. My dad was a Methodist, brought up at school, but neither had religion. And when I came back from playing out as a 9-year-old, my mum said, I walked into my mum's shop and she looked at me with a big smile on her face and she said, "Oh, you're back. Where have you been?" I said, "I've been praying." And she put a pen down. She went, "What do you mean you've been praying?" I said, "I've been to church." She said, "What church have you been to?" I said, "Sacred Heart." And she went, "That's bloody Catholic." I went, "What's the difference?" That was at 9-year-old. Now, my mum, when I got married, to my Catholic wife, my father-in-law would not go to a Church of England church. My mum would not go to a Catholic church, but they both agreed on Methodist, which meant religion meant to me fuck all.
Well, which gang do you belong to then?
None!
Oh, wait a minute.
None!
Which gang do you belong to then?
I'm a Christian.
Which gang? Webby.
I'm a Christian,
Which gang
Dinny.
do you belong
I'm a
to?
Christian, Dinny. I'm a Christian, Dinny. Do you want me to say it again? I'm a Christian, Dinny.
So
I'm a
you don't
Christian.
believe in Catholics, you don't believe in Protestants?
No, Catholicism is Satanism.
Do you believe in all of them?
Catholicism is
You believe in
Satanism.
all of them then?
Catholicism is Satanism. It's paganism.
Pardon?
You heard. They've just unveiled this year the statue of Molech amongst the saints. It's satanic. They burn children.
To Raconteurs News this evening. 12:25.
Welcome to Raconteurs News.
Fucking shut these two cunts up.
We've got Leeds, we've got Denny, who seems to be talking shit, to be honest with me.
Fuck off, Jason. You're talking shit.
Paul Cotty's not talking very much at all, but we'd like him to more. And Webby was making, he's making a good defense of himself against this.
I'm interested.
Who sport are you?
I'm seriously interested in what's happened to Webby.
Are you Catholic or Christian? Are you a Protestant? Are you a Catholic? Or are you? No, I'm a Christian. Someone who believes in Christ. So, where are we from here?
Why does everybody?
Long as you're not an orange cunt, I don't care.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, does it? People throwing the word religion around. Do you know what the word is? Do you know what the word religion means?
Yeah, it's like a.
Go on, Paul. Fucking bring some senses and cheer Jason up.
Religion is calling back an army. To call back an army. Re is the call back. Religion is back to the army. Legion of the Roman army.
And what's that supposed to mean, Paul?
That's what religion is. It's all part of the. It's all Roman structure, Roman words, army.
Don't be fucking saying that to Webby. You'll get in trouble.
No, but that's what religion. It's different. Webby said he's not religious. There's a difference.
I'm not religious.
What Webby said?
Hey, Webby.
I am not religious.
Webby, don't take it to heart, brother. Listen, what the fuck are you on about?
Dinny,
What the fuck am I on about? I am not religious. That's what the fuck I'm on about.
Are you religious, Webby? Yes or no?
Hang on, does Bright 77 come back on here? No, I am not religious.
Webby.
Thank you.
Webby, don't be getting fucking crabbit. Do you believe in God?
If you believe in God, then you're religious. Yeah, right. fair enough. I'm fucking religious then and all. And so is my fucking wife.
Webby,
We don't know what religion we are yet. We've not found one where, you know, it's like swingers parties on fucking Friday and Saturday down at local church. We've not found one yet. But yeah, we're religious. Yeah. I mean,
I didn't ask you, Jason.
what the fuck does the word religious
I didn't fucking ask you. Shut up.
And of course you didn't ask.
He's just told us what it means.
Webby, why you
That's
bought in,
an answer
man?
you got.
No
Idiot.
wonder fucking Eddie left your show.
Oh,
Oh, I should have said that.
We'll
We'll
let that go.
So, Webby, do you believe in God?
of course I believe in God.
You believe in God?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's going to happen when you die?
You're going to
Get
be a lot
married.
fucking richer.
You get married?
Are we up to heaven, are you?
What do you think it's going to happen when he dies? He's going to go to his box, right? His family are going to find his fucking over 50s funeral plan that's going to pay for his funeral, well, probably not as really old lot. And then he'll be...
No fucker will
That's a
turn up
bit
at the
rude,
funeral.
Jason.
I don't get what question is. Oh,
I was
what do
asking him,
you
does he
think
believe in God? And he said
will happen
yes.
to you when you die? What do you think will happen to you when you die? Oh, I'll tell you what. I think what will happen to me when I die is
You probably fall down the stairs, you cunt.
I'll get
Some will probably say, I told you he had COVID.
Webby,
Fuck me.
He's a fucking idiot, innit? Idiot, Denny, you're an idiot. You couldn't. You're idiotic.
excuse me. I'm,
They
an idiot.
all know, aren't they? Oh,
I'm
well,
asking the fucking man a question, keep butting in.
Mate, I don't know how many times I've got to answer it. Yes, I believe in God, but that does
Okay,
not make me
What kind
religious.
of God do you believe in, Webby?
oh,
The
God.
only God.
It's in a big, fat, fucking brown, smelly one.
The only one.
No, I love God, me. Oh my, I'll come close to you because you're close to God. And I'll go, yeah, but he's a right big, fat, brown, smelly God. Fucking
Very
sick.
rude.
He's fucking
Very rude.
All right, I'm rude. It's my
Webby.
fucking channel. I'll be rude. That's all I want.
Why
Webby.
did it have to be brown, Jays?
Webby. Do you believe in angels?
So again, Leeds.
Do you believe in angels?
Yes.
This is it's something to do with Albert.
Oh, hang on.
Fucking hell. Ex-fucking
Right,
DJ.
okay, you know, I get you. Yeah.
Webby, I'm
No,
not
I
taking
get the joke now.
I believe
I'm not taking the piss.
angels.
Please don't
Right.
ask questions because fucking Jason will jump on you.
I
Well,
believe
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
You're
Do you believe in angels?
I can
I
lead
am not taking the
serious.
piss out here.
Have you ever seen Lead series? Look at him. Look at him now. He looks like fucking Father Christmas fucking day after on Boxing Day.
Cheers,
Good
mate.
look at you, man. You could drive a fucking bus through your fucking teeth, Jason.
Bit harsh, didn't
Anyway,
it?
Dude, and me, and you could take piss out of me, and me.
anyway, Webby.
So
Webby.
Webby, angels. Webby,
What?
What?
What
do you
about-
believe in angels?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I've seen him.
I've never seen and I've never been visited,
I've seen him.
but I believe there are messengers that come to people, definitely.
I've seen
My,
him.
my,
So,
when my
Seen
stepdad
him.
died. Go on then, tell us, Jess.
Listen to me.
I won't asking you.
It's my show.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, go on then. Tell your thing then.
My stepdad died, right? And I knew, and I looked at the clock, and I knew exactly what time he died. I wasn't there. And this bright white, it was like an orb, went behind me. And that was him, as far as I can concerned.
Did you know that? Did you know that, Lees? Did you feel that? Did you know it at the time?
I looked at the clock, so I knew exactly what time it was. And then I was sat in front of my laptop, and I could see there was this bright white light that went behind me, and I thought it was my girlfriend because she's got blonde hair for some reason. No, seriously, I thought she's no, but she's got like bright blonde hair. I thought she'd walk behind me. She has got big tits, yes.
Okay.
And I looked behind me, and she wasn't there. And it was like.
But you knew.
I just knew.
Did you know at that point?
And then about 2 minutes later, I got a phone call.
So you knew that was it. It was simple. That was the messenger. You didn't have to see, you didn't have to speak. You just knew that was the message. Yeah. So I do believe in angels.
Yeah.
So anyway, COVID goes on. The madness goes on.
What's Jason's angels?
Oh, fucking hell, I've had loads. I've had fucking...
Oh, for fuck's sake, here we go.
Fucking loads. No, I'm not telling you then.
Not radiator.
Jason, come on, man. Don't be so
involved the radiator on the embankment.
It's 3 hours and 2 minutes. I think we should end anyway, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'm in work tomorrow, so I'm going to get off.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll tell you my angels stories another time.
Tell us a quick one.
I was in hospital. I'd had a heart attack. And
when you had fucking the radiator.
No, I'd had a heart attack.
Yeah, but you got pissed up and you fell over and banged your head.
That was a different thing. That was a different thing. That I had a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
And I was in hospital, and they were shoving a thing in through me wrist here. Somewhere over there. And it went into my heart, and they were gonna like really talk fucking shit. And while that were happening, someone was rubbing my head.
Ooh.
You know how someone rubs your head to comfort you?
Like that?
Yeah, like that. Someone was rubbing my head the whole fucking time. And I said, afterwards I said, who was rubbing my head? And she said, oh no, we didn't have anybody else in there. There were people behind that were behind this fucking screen thing, and they were doing stuff up me fucking into my heart. And I think they put 4 stents in. But she said, no, we had nobody there. So, and that's just one at times. I've had multiple.
How long was that for?
That about an hour.
Fucking hell.
About an hour. Listen, I've had real fucking things that have really happened, and I've really spoke to people, and so. But we'll leave it till another night. Listen, I'm back on Tuesday with Matt Conspiro from Conspiro Media. Have a look, Conspiro Media. Have a look at his latest Beatles stuff. It's really good. It's going to take you away from this fucking coronavirus shit that's been fucking splattered all over us. It's like we're all stood here in coronavirus shit. So we're going to get rid of all that, and that's going to be Matt Conspiro on Tuesday. But thanks for tonight to Super Leeds, that bloke in Germany called Denny. Of course, Denny, I'd never let you down. Paul Webster, and Paul Cotty as well. And a big thanks to you listening tonight. And anything else you want to say? I'm going to go one at a time. Go, Leeds.
No.
Go, Diddy.
No.
Go, Webby.
Good night. God bless.
Go, Paul.
Cheers for having me on. Thanks everybody in the chat room, and a happy solstice. Very important. First one in 6,000 years. All the planets are in line. 8 of them.
21st, isn't it, Paul? 21st of
It's Monday,
this
isn't it?
month, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's Monday.
Very important.
What's all that about, by the way? Somebody fill me in. What is all that about?
It's going to be a very important day in the system, and what the Kabbalah system, if that's what you want to talk about. Their teachings goes back to beyond the paganism, and it's when the Jupiter was the fourth sun, and there were certain planets in line. The planets were known as the gods, and they're all in line again, so they are. And for the first time in 6,000 years, and it's a great time to set off the Great Reset.
But how's that going to affect us, Paul? Sorry.
It'll affect us because in the system goes by an awful lot like that, energies, frequencies, and all that. I don't understand too much about it all, Dinny, in that sense, but they go by all that. It's like the world clock, university clock, the clock of the universe, you know, when planets are in line and all that kind of stuff. And it's different frequencies and energies.
I heard Cookie Monster on about it. Do you know anything about it, Jason? No?
About Cookie Monster, no, I don't know.
Well, he's on about it. He's having a show, I
know
think,
on
the 21st or something.
I mean, I've heard
But
about
do you know
it.
anything about it, Jason? What it's all about?
I haven't got. I've not heard anything about it at all. But then again, I've been pretty sort of compartmentalized in the last couple of weeks. So
it's Saturn and Jupiter that are lined up, aren't they?
Yeah, but what does it matter, Leeds? Is it anything
I don't
important?
know.
Webby, do you know anything about it?
fucking job. It doesn't matter. The fucking job. Nothing's going to happen, right? I don't care what you said. Nothing's going to happen. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen? The problem is we're all looking outside for solutions to what we've got inside. And what we need to do is look inside for solutions to the problems we're outside. And the problems we've got outside is we've got to get businesses back up and fucking running, right? We've got to get them not paying tax and saying, you know, they can't take everybody to court. Nobody pay any fucking tax but next year. Do whatever they fucking want. They can fuck off. For me, it's just all crap that's just been congealed and then spun into us all. And, you know, because I've been caught up in it as well, it's really done me fucking head in. And it's made it difficult to do these shows. But I've done it tonight, and I'm really, really pleased that I've done 3 hours and...
cheers, Jason, mate. You did well, mate. Cheers, fair play to you.
And we've got rid of fucking Bright 27 or whatever his name is. Right, guys, last word. Leeds has gone. Denny's gone. Your assessment, right?
What I want to know is what is going on the 21st. Paul explained a little bit, but I don't understand it. I heard Cookie talking about it. A lot of people talking about it. What is... I can't get it around my head, man.
A quick rundown on something. Apparently, years ago, over 6,000 years ago, when Jupiter, Venus, and Mars were in line, And it's the alignment of them. They're the old gods, and that's what they used to preach to, pray to, whatever they fucking do. That's who they go by, that old structure. And then three things is tied into your triangle and the all CMI and all that. That's what they mean. But these gods are all in line again, so in their calendar, it must mean a lot.
Jason, have you heard any about that? No?
No, I don't know much about that, but time always tells the truth. It does, doesn't it? I mean, we'll see. Time is going to tell the truth about what is going to happen and who. I believe we're going to win this, right? Good over evil, whatever you want to call it, whether it's planetary or planetary, or it's biblical or whatever. I think we're going to win this. And so I think we're all warriors. Even fucking Super Leader's a warrior.
I am.
On his head.
I am. I'll fucking fight any fucking cunt.
There you go.
But Jason, you should give that Cookie Monster a shout out. He's doing a show on the 21st, so give him a shout out. He always gives you a shout out, by the way.
Oh, well, I stopped doing my Monday show so that Cookie could get
Reality Chat and Steve,
bigger audience than
they always give you a shout out, Jason, you know.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. And Cookie Monster, we'll give a shout out Monday, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah,
8 o'clock Monday night.
Cookie Monster. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. I've got no problem with everybody. I want everyone just to get together.
We're all on the same team, aren't we? We're all on the same team.
Yeah, us. I'm sorry, I was going to say something then about this. Okay, all right, I'm going.
But we are, though, aren't we? We are. We're all on the fucking same side, and we're not stop fucking arguing with ourselves.
I've got Matt Conspiro on Tuesday, so have a look at that. Conspiro Media. Have a look at his latest blog about the Beatles. It's all really good stuff. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Love you all.